Peace, 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 my fellow PFGs. What's going on this morning, you guys? Hope you guys are having a wonderful April 2nd. April 1st was an interesting day for me. But we made it through it, man. You know, that April 1st, that April Fool's Day. I didn't get any intentional jokes. At least I don't know. I'm not aware of the fact that I got any intentional jokes played on me. But, man, it felt like it. I'm telling you, it felt like it. But that's neither here nor there. We are in Stadia Live 40, and we're going to be doing an open mic session today. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and good morning, Glam Gangsta. Love to you too. Thank you guys for showing up. Let me give a shout out to who's in the chat early. Got all the mods. It's modded up in here, man. I feel like I'm in a souped up GT or something. I don't know. For real. What's up, Zajic? Project Storm. Zero Games for Me. Charles Arand. Link TV. SGD. What's going on, Stadia Gamer Dad? My girl, Glam Gangsta in the building. Thank you guys for showing up. I had something really interesting that I wanted to show you guys. So I checked my mail this morning. A neighbor came by. Their son threw all of their balls. They had like the beach ball, the basketball, the soccer ball, and the bucket. They threw it all over in my backyard, right? So I went and, answered the door or whatever, and I checked the mail. Actually, I didn't check the mail. The mail was at my doorstep. And I was like, what did I get in the mail today, right? And so it was this little box, I said, okay, well, what is it? I'm making my coffee and everything. Got my cup of Joe here. Yeah, gotta have a nice morning brew, whether it be coffee or tea. But I checked my mail, opened the box, and lo and behold, look what arrived, guys. Look at what arrived in the mail. Yes, I got the Wasabi controller, you guys. Oh, I saw this right here, and I was just like, I was like, what is this? What did I get from Stadia? I was like, oh yeah, I did order the controller. So I'm very happy about that, y'all. I am very, very happy about that. Yeah, it's dope, ain't it? Oh, and guess, hey, I didn't even think about this, but the Wasabi controller kind of matches with, kind of matches with my Surface a little bit. That's the color scheme, the aqua color I got for the Surface there. I'm gonna have to get a whole, gaming keyboard set and everything for this thing here, but yeah, it came in the mail. In fact, let me go ahead and throw some tunes in. I think I got the little tunes that I had playing not too long ago. Since I'm soloing this, it shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got to put the tunes on. Here we go. Here we go. That shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, so I got this in the mail. Good morning, Chariot Man. Thanks for stopping through. Super stoked about it, y'all. Super stoked. So I can retire my Founders Edition. In fact, do I have the Founders Edition with me? You know what? I keep the Founders Edition in my room because I tend to use it, like I said, in the bed with the claw and everything. So let me go get the Founders Edition. I want to unbox that real quick, just for the hell of it, you guys. Live, why not? So give me 1 second. I'll go get the Founders Edition and retire it. Who was it? I think Scarlett on her Twitter showed these hooks that she has for the wall. I guess she had made them herself DIY, like Animal Crossing, and put her controllers on them. I was like, I need that in my life. So she's told me she's gonna let me know when she's gonna have those available. I think she's doing them on Etsy. You guys should check her out on Twitter. Yo, dope hooks. I'm gonna put the Stadia controller, the Founders Edition. I'm gonna probably put it somewhere here. I don't know. I guess I can move some of these around and have it visible. That way you guys can see it here in the backdrop or whatever. Maybe have all the controls. I got a few of them in my drawers here, but I just keep them stashed away. But I'll be right back and get the Founders Edition controller real quick. I'll be right back. Woo! See, that wasn't too long, was it? Hope it wasn't too long. Alright. So, check this out. This is how my Founders Edition controller pretty much stays. It's got the claw on it at all times. And I got a USB-C connector. Always connected, man. It stays like this because, you know, again, I tend to use the wireless feature on the Pro controller, Switch Pro controller. It's just more convenient that way. Though, I mean, I do prefer using this controller. The Pro controller at the moment is the best alternative, since you know, it works wirelessly. It's just less of a hassle. You know what I mean? But yeah, here's my baby. The claw, I highly recommend. If you plan on playing mobile, this thing fits. Let me show you guys. I think I've already shown you, but before I take that off, where is my Note 10 Plus? So yeah, this is a Note 10 Plus. Okay, and this fits the Note 10 Plus in it, no problem. It fits the, of course. Oh, why is that light on? It fits the Pixel 4, no problem, right? Of course, it's designed with Pixel 4 in mind, and I guess the XL as well, but it fits right in there. And I love the way that the screen is up front here. And it also is good with weight distribution. Like the other ones with the phone is back, it's kind of off and makes sure, you know, your wrists go out or whatever. But this is actually really cool when it comes to distribution of weight, comfortability. So anyway, you see this Note 10 Plus slides right in there, no problem, man. And it's great. I mean, look at that screen's real estate you got there. It's huge. It's huge. So yeah, highly recommend the claw. I wouldn't go any third party. I would go straight for the claw, man. It's worth the money. And as far as scratches are concerned, it does do a little bit of scratching. Let me see here. Let me wipe it up real quick. Kind of see what I got going on here with the controller. It scratches it up a little bit. Let me brighten this up too. Bring that back. Oh, I changed the light there. There we go. So yeah, I mean, it does, you know, a little bit of scratching there, but I mean, nothing intense. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of scratch. You can kind of see the silhouette of the claw as well. But again, if I just do a little bit more wiping, I get rid of that. But it looks good. So anyway, let's get this Wasabi controller out of here. What you guys talking about? Yeah. Got my Mod Nation in here, man. I love you guys, man. Thank you guys all for showing up and all the support that you guys are bringing to the channel, man. I still got some things coming, man. It's all surprise drops, though. I don't want you guys to expect anything. Just it's gonna drop when it drops. So here it is, open out of the box. Well, the box is out of the seal, I guess. Let's get this thing out of here, man. Ooh, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. They just got it sitting in this case. Look at that. Holy crap. Dang, it's just sitting there all pretty like. Oh, man. Yo, that wasabi color with these black buttons and that lime green is beautiful. Let me bring that brightness down a bit because it's kind of washing out the color there. Yeah, look at that, man. That is crazy. Just sitting in there. Isn't that dope, y'all? Man, it's like the back of a Lambo Gallardo or something. That's how I be looking at the back of these controllers. Like even that one, look at that. I love that. It's like the back of a, is that a Mercy? Yeah, it kind of looks like the back of a Mercy Lago, in my opinion. But yeah, look at that. Oh man, dang. I like that. I did not expect it to just be recessed like that. Just, here you go. That's beautiful, man. All right, let me take it off this white backdrop. And I guess the cables are in the back there. You see it back there. That is beautiful. So here we go. The Wasabi and the Founders. Look at that. Man, this color is nice. So let's see if it actually feels different. People are saying that they feel a bit different. Feeling the buttons. Glad tomorrow. Ooh la la, I have a new controller. What's up, Chris Rodneal? What's going on? Man, I've been missing you. Glad you coming through. Talking about Lando. That you already know what it is. Lando in the building. You already know. I've been waiting to say that for a minute. Jeez. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. Let's see. I mean, they feel the same weight, of course. Well, let's hold this. Okay, the grips do feel like they're slightly larger. Let me see. Maybe it's just me. Let me see. No. Well, okay, maybe just slightly, ever so slightly. Oh no. This Founders Edition, baby, is going up on the wall. This is the roots. This is the beginning. This is the very first. We gotta save this. But if you really trying to, because she had the buddy pass. If you really trying to get into your Stadia, like she's finally, really taking. Well, she has in the past taken the Switch seriously, but she's really taking the Switch very, very seriously. Ever since Animal Crossing came out, it's become a problem. I'm usually the one who's too busy in the game, okay, to give attention. Now I'm over here like, hey, what's up? I mean, she won't even eat. She'd be like, oh yeah, put the game there, yeah, what we talking about? Yeah, whatever. So, she's into the Switch. That's cool. I'm glad I purchased it. I'm glad I got the game because she's spending time with it, and good investment made there. So if you go ahead and, well, I guess the free tier is going to come out, and if I see you on that Stadia, then I might get you something, a little controller. But I think they're gonna come out with more color schemes as well. I mean, unless you would like a wasabi, I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out with a purple-ish scheme or something, lavender, something. I already know, because I mean, it's gonna be time very, very soon. She's laughing. Man, that Serious Sam collection is hard as hell. Yes. Speaking of that Serious Sam collection, to me, the controllers, first of all, they feel really similar. They don't feel much different at all. I mean, which in my opinion, I didn't really have any problems with the controller in the first place, as far as the build quality. Maybe the triggers are a little bit more stiff. I hadn't used this very much, so they do feel a bit more stiff. Not by much, but I guess every little bit counts. Either way, great controller, great color, great design. Glad I got it. I'm glad I got to share that with you guys. I was all excited. I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, on to Serious Sam, you guys, man. Yesterday, I did some gameplay of Serious Sam. And, oh my goodness. The first Serious Sam, by the way. I got, it's on my live, which is dope, but just go watch it. Go watch it when you get a chance. Crazy awesome game. It's classic, straight old school though. It's old school. If you're not into the old school game design, what is it? Kind of wave based. Also, how do I say this? Like a location based. Like basically, okay, I don't know. If you guys played a game called Time Splitters back in the day, right? It was on the GameCube. It was on the PS2. I think it even came out on the Xbox. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think it did. But anyway, Time Splitters. I think Time Splitters 2 gave you, Time Splitters 2 gave you the feature of building your own maps, right? And I don't know what to call it. The only reason why I'm even bringing this up is because I don't know what to call. Oh, damn, that doesn't belong there. Why is it live right there? That kind of looked dope, though. We're going to move that live back up there. There we go. Time Splitters 2 gave you the ability to create your own maps and spawn your own enemy locations, right? Some of them would be time-based, and some of them would be trigger-based, I guess, based on whether or not you press a certain button or you walk into a certain space, they'll trigger the enemy spawns. So that's how that game works. I mean, you would think that you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna go pick up this armor. But as soon as you go pick up that armor, you should have gotten your ammo. You should have checked the other areas in the whatever. Cleaned up this last bit of enemies. Because the thing is, as soon as you pick up this armor, you just spawned a big ass boss. Or as soon as you picked up that 1% health, that 1 health, not even 1%, just 1 health, 1. Okay, it spawned a giant enemy, you know, or a horde of enemies, you know, and it's like, oh damn. So you done spawn this guy because you picked up the 1 health, and then you done spawn these 10 guys because you done picked up the armor, and then you went into this corner over here, which just for the hell of it, they spawned another enemy, and now you got all of them in one instance coming at your ass. But if you had just waited, you know, or taking your time, or just basically learn the map, you'll know I ain't going over there until I'm fucking ready, because I'm gonna get screwed if I do. That game is so intense, and I played it on hard initially. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. Now Doom Eternal, I'd rather play in hard than that game, you know, because that game is freaking hard, bruh. Hard. They are so damn mean in that game. You know, it doesn't even make any sense. They got this one enemy that doesn't have any arms or legs. It's ugly as shit and has 1 eye. All right. And it's an enemy that keeps you from getting away. You know, most of the enemies you can maneuver and get away from as long as you know how they move. This one enemy, you can't. It's a backbiter. It'll just bite you in the back as you run away. Just keep biting you in the back. And you have to have the right weapon to, you know, knock it off. But it's going to eat that armor away. It's going to eat your health away. Yeah, man. Yeah. Great game though. I'm telling you, it's great. And it just had me it kept me going and going and going and going. You have to be strategic. You have to know weapons. You have to know how to move around. And it's definitely like Doom in the sense that it's gonna have you dying and restarting over and over and over. So if you're into that kind of gameplay and you can handle that, Serious Sam is definitely for you. You know, I can definitely handle that, but in dosage. You know what I'm saying? I have to take time with it. You know, I'm trying to beat this one and be done with it. I've gotten all of the different elements so far. I did it in the stream. The one thing I hate or regret about that stream, guys, is that when I did the stream, I paused it, came back, I muted the sound of the game so it wouldn't be playing over the be right back, you know, layer or whatever. Came back, went to play the game, didn't unmute the desktop. So you can hear the sound of the game, but only through my headphones. I was like, no, fuck. Because I was having so much fun. Like what I like to do when I'm playing is I kind of get into character a little bit. My screen won't be on. I have, you know, I play the whole, you know, gameplay screen or whatever. And I like to do my voiceovers and everything just for the hell of it. I just love, you know, animating my voice or whatever. And I was having a lot of fun with it. But unfortunately, that's all you could hear. You know, you can hear the game a little bit, but it didn't blend like I fucking wanted it to. God damn it. But there's always tomorrow, right? So I'll stream. I might stream after this, actually, some gameplay. It just depends. So, what are you guys talking about, my people? New controller just in time for Spitlings? Right on. Yeah, well, thing is, Glam doesn't have a pro subscription. Renil, you know, she would be enjoying all these wonderful games, but that's the thing, you know, there's going to be the free tier, but is Glam going to actually play Stadia? She's busy on Animal Crossing. Trust me. We used to play all type of little phone game stuff. Animal Crossing wiped all that shit out, you know, which is cool. It's cool, you know, it's cool. But I'm not about to pay for her subscription on Stadia, because she ain't gonna use it. Telling you guys, she ain't gonna use it. I'm like, yeah, that looks nice, babe. Animal Crossing though, yeah, she be. So I'm gonna let her have a time. She'll be good in time for the base whenever that does drop, you know. Shit, I'm telling you. Cherry Man says the one part with those damn skeleton creatures coming out of nowhere. Yeah, they and all the enemies come out of nowhere. Cherry Man, all of them, they will come out of nowhere. They will always try to get you in the back, you know. But you gotta side straight them guys. See, the thing is with those skeleton cows or whatever, I hate them too, bro. I hate them. And it's relentless. It's relentless. As soon as you think you're done, you're not done. So you gotta stand your toes, but you gotta side straight the mugs. And and they'll pause for a minute. You just hit them with the shotty, or if you have explosives, man, you just keep hitting them with the explosives. Like they'll take 2 explosives unless you hit them in the head, but it's kind of hard to get them in the head because there's probably like 2 or 3 other ones coming at you at the same time, you know. So, and it seemed like as soon as you kill one, 2 more spawn up, you know. But man, some really good gameplay in there. I mean, I was really proud of the gameplay. It was a lot of fun, man, a lot of fun. But yeah, check it out if you guys are interested in seeing what that game is like. And that's on normal difficulty, because you can see I turned it down from hard because it's just at least in the beginning, like when you don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend that you play it on hard because you don't know the enemy types. But now that I know how the game is, yeah, I could probably go through hard because I know the enemy types now, you know. But that's how they did it back then. Like if you know. See, like in a game like Doom, I don't think they bring more enemies to the table. They just turn up their difficulty. So you're gonna see all the same enemy types, the same amount of enemies. Whereas on that game, and games like that of old, they will put more enemies in and introduce new enemies that you have no fucking clue, you know, who they are and how to kill them, you know. So yeah, definitely wasn't ready then. Let's see here. He said, I can't stand, yeah. Time Splitters was a true storm, says, for sure. You already know it was, man. It definitely was, man. Yeah, you remember Time Splitters 2, Cherry, man? That's what's up. Link, Time Splitters was a classic already. Aren't they bringing that back in the franchise? No, they're not bringing it back, but there is a group of engineers, developers that are running a passion project, recreating Time Splitters. They call it Time Splitters Rewind. And I've been following that since it's began, you know, way back in the day. It was supposed to come out on the PS3. Either the PS3 or PS4. But you know, again, it's just people coming in and going. There's no one getting paid off of it. They're using it as a portfolio project, basically, to take to different development teams and show their work. So the team had just increased. I think it had doubled or tripled in size just recently, maybe like a week ago. But yeah, man, I've been following that, man. So it's basically, again, you know, the team, who was it? Free Radical. They gave the license to these guys to go ahead and use all the assets and recreate the game however they wanted to, because they're not going to be making new Time Splitters. But we're going to be getting that classic at some point. And right now it was supposed to be coming to consoles, or they intended on having it come to consoles, but it's just not going to happen. So it's going to be on PC, which is great. I mean, bring it. I don't give a damn. Put it on. If you put it on a tablet, a PC, a phone, I wouldn't run on a phone. But you know, like anything that you do in regards to that, salute to you guys for doing it. And they've been doing a great job. So it's just going to be some time, man. I think maybe in the next 2-3 years we may see that, but it's going to be a great project. I mean, it already is, man. Yeah. So Time Splitters Rewind. Check that out, guys. Check it out. They are on Twitter too. Man, I just love projects like that. I don't know if you guys know about GoldenEye Source, but that project has been going for years too, man. I've been on that, and they basically got the multiplayer down on GoldenEye, but it's using the Source engine, and it's on. I think you don't download it on Steam, but I think you can run it through Steam. Yeah, you download it through their website, free, totally free. And it's beautiful, man. Beautiful remixes of all the songs. I think they have the original songs too, but everything looks so right. And now they're actually, and the multiplayer is so fun, man. But now they're working on the single player, or the campaign mode of the game, and it's looking phenomenal. So just salutes to those guys, man, who are actually doing those projects. You know, I wish there was a Perfect Dark project. There was one. But the team disbanded so years ago when they first started, man. But I would love to see Perfect Dark get a remake like that. It was Perfect Dark Source, I think they even called that one, but it didn't look that good though. That team was not the team, so I'm glad they disbanded because it just wasn't the one. But that GoldenEye Source is perfect, and then that Time Splitters Rewind is looking perfect. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with that one. Link TV. Oh, congratulations to your 50 subs too, by the way. Keep it pushing, man. You do excellent gameplay, man. Excellent gameplay. Hours and hours and hours of content too. So that's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's awesome. And I congratulate you, man. Keep on pushing. All of you guys, man, who are creating content out here, man. Just keep it pushing. I love this community. Cherry Man says, Love the first Perfect Dark for N64. Hell yeah, that's the only Perfect Dark. Period. Okay, well no, it's been put on the Xbox Arcade as well. But that's the only Perfect Dark to ever exist. The other one is not Perfect Dark. That's just the name. That was just somebody just took the name and plastered it on that generic piece of crap that they wanted to call Perfect Dark. The only Perfect Dark is Perfect Dark. Shit. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours into that game, man. I love that game. I saw those Cyclops looking fools to team up on you. Now that was crazy. Yeah, man, those you talking about the ones without the arms and the legs, and then they have the ones that do have the arms and the legs. Oh man. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, man, if you guys want a real challenge, try that Serious Sam. That shit is serious, man. That shit is serious. Through the whole thing I was talking like I was Duke Nukem or something. I don't know why. I don't know why it got me into that mindset, but I guess I do, because, you know, classic shooter or whatever. But it was just, it was fun, man. I'm telling you, it was fun. And once you really get the flow of the game and the enemy types, because it's like a bullet hell game too. I mean, they're just every shit flying at you everywhere, you know. But once you get a feel of the enemy types and you can kind of open your scope, we're talking about Serious Sam again. You can. It's like a dance, kind of. You have to know how to dance and how to move, and you know how to do what you got to do. You see it. Just watch some of it, man. You kind of skip through it, and you'll see as I continue to get better. But it's cool, man. I love that game, actually. I do actually want to beat it. Let's see. Oh, that was Storm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he said that. And then Cherry says they need to bring back Eternal Darkness, another classic. Oh man, of course. Nintendo's sitting on so many IP. It just doesn't make any sense, man. Nintendo has all the games, bro. All the templates. You know what I'm saying? Like every game, damn near every single game that we play on the market, damn near, has come through Nintendo. You know, like all the different development teams look at the template that Nintendo builds and they just build on top of it. You know, there's pretty much no genre that they hadn't touched, you know. Oh man, yeah, Eternal Darkness is definitely one of those games, dude. Like I remember playing that game and just being blown away. What was it, Silicon Knights? Those are the guys who made that game, or who developed it. Yeah, they made it and developed it. They were just owned by Nintendo for a minute. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. Was that who that was? Yep. Sanity's Requiem. Yep. So, let's see. Silicon Knights was signed by Nintendo to create games exclusively for its console, during which time it produced Eternal Darkness. Yep. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I did, but I forgot that Silicon Knights also worked with Konami to create Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes in 2004, which, you know, launched on the GameCube. That game, yo. Man. I mean, Metal Gear was already dope, but then when it had gotten that refresh on the GameCube, perfect, man. Perfect. Straight up. But yeah, Eternal Darkness, man, that was crazy, because the whole sanity meter, like, and you seeing things, you know, statues moving their head and pictures looking at you, and you're hearing voices and stuff. It was just madness, man. And you go back in time, the visuals at the time, were just insane. Like GameCube, people slept on the GameCube, how powerful that damn thing it was, or still is, you know, but was in its time, man. Whew, man, crazy good, man. Love that game. That'd be crazy if they brought it back. An old game I really enjoyed on PC was Ani. Ani, was that shooter? It was like a third-person shooter, right? Let me see. It was like an anime. Yeah, the girl. Right. Yeah. It's what you're talking about, right? That was a game I remember reading in EGM. You guys remember EGM, the magazine? Not IGN, EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly. I used to read EGM all the time. That was back in the day, y'all. You remember being happy to crack open the magazine, like, oh my god, and then you see all the little messages people got to write in and got to get through to the magazine. I'm trying to like the group of people who write, but who cares? You got to get into the magazine and write whatever they did or show their little pictures and stuff like that and win contests. I was like, oh, that's so cool. But just seeing the different reviews and previews of games. I remember back in the day, one of the games that I really, really wanted to get into, but I think it was just on PC at the time. One of them was Hitman. And I think Ani actually came to the PS2 at some point. But Ani, I remember seeing that on PC. I'm pretty sure it was on PC when they were showing it in the magazine. I was like, oh man, that game looks so good. But I think I was playing on the N64 at the time. Yeah. It came to the PS2. I'm looking at it right now. Came to the PS2. But I was like, man, I really want that game. No, I didn't have the N64. I had a GameCube. I'm pretty sure it was a GameCube. Either I still had an N64 and I hadn't got a GameCube yet, or something like that, or a Dreamcast, something. But I remember seeing Ani, and I was like, yo, this game looks dope. So you're telling me it was a really good game, then, Ranil? You tell me it turned out to be a really good game. That's what's up. Yeah, I might have to go back and check that out. I'm sure this Surface can run it now. Storm says, Cherry, I was just talking about 64 about Doom, or just talking to 64 about Doom, or Eternal Darkness, my bad. I'm thinking Doom Eternal. Yeah, Eternal Darkness, I need that for sure. Yeah. I remember you bringing it up too. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure there's a large group of people that are waiting for that game. I'm personally waiting for them to come out with another damn F-Zero, man. I need F-Zero in my life. And if I really had things my way, I would want Extreme G 1 and 2 remade. Because those are classic races. I like my futuristic arcade races. Storm says, Ranil, I think I missed out on Ani. I can't believe I missed that one. Yeah, I missed out on that one for sure. And that game looked amazing. It was like one of the first games for me that I saw look really anime. You know what I'm saying? And it just was so cool. You guys remember that game that never came out? This talking about Ani reminds me of this game that I used to want back in the day. That I wanted back in the day. Already, Link. Already F-Zero, baby. But I used to want StarCraft Ghost. Anybody remember that? You remember seeing the footage of the game, them showing us teasers and stuff like that? And it was supposed to be, because this was the time when Splinter Cell came out. See, because what you call it, man? Metal Gear had been killing the game, and then Splinter Cell had come out, and it had shown new technology. What was the Vertex shaders or something like that? And you can have real shadows and things. You could really be in the cover of darkness and all that stuff. I was like, everybody's like, whoa, this shit looks dope. Oh my god, new stealth shooter. This guy's badass. And then so everybody wanted to get their hand in the stealth shooter. And surprisingly, StarCraft. The guys behind StarCraft wanted to drop their own damn game. Extreme G, damn, so good. You already know. Yeah, StarCraft Ghost. They wanted to drop their own thing. You know what I'm saying? And it was pretty cool looking, man. It was pretty cool looking. That was an era, man, when we didn't have access to everything. You know what I mean? Like we couldn't just go on the internet and look at everything behind the scenes and look at all this, leaks and all this information. You had to go to very specific sources, and it was up to them whether or not they released the information. So it was a very I guess whimsical time, because everything was still very magical. It's still very magical, but in the sense that you were just left with your imagination on a lot of stuff. Now you get so much information, you can kind of put two and two together, and they just kind of show you where things are going, what's happening. Back then you'd be thinking, oh man, they're gonna do it, they're gonna just do it this way, and you know what I mean. Now they're like, nope, it's not happening. You got them on Twitter letting you know directly from the company, nope, whatever, or whatever's going on. Back then all you had was piece of a page out of the magazine telling you just a little bit of information, showing you just a little bit. If you were lucky, you get some footage. And that's about it, man. You know, everything else was like, if they said it's canceled, you just didn't know. Or it may be coming, it may not. It was kind of left in the air. And if you didn't get that new magazine or whatever bit of information, you would never know. So, I don't know. I remember those times, man. Just like, wow, whatever happened? I wonder if we can get that piece of the game. You know what I'm saying? Silly shit like that. Anyway. Oh, yours was Game Informer, Charles says. Okay, you got Game Informer. You missed that on Ani. Charles says, what is the horn guy that hops around in the second and third room? Is he a boss in Serious Sam 1? The horn guy that hops around the second and third room. They started off early in the game hopping around. You mean like the skeletons? They had the hooves? Because those are the only ones that I remember that hop around. Yeah, those are the only ones I know that hop around. And then, of course, the toads, those ugly fucks. But yeah, I mean, those guys, if you hear like the hooves, I hate that about the game. There's some screaming guys, okay? And then there's the screeching and hoof clacking skeleton bulls or whatever the hell they are, you know, in Serious Sam. The sounds, you're just like, ugh. Where are they coming from? But anyway, man, I don't know who that is, but in that game, they kind of have bosses, but really I think the boss is like an onslaught of enemies, you know, whether it be the same enemy repeatedly or several different types of enemies. Sometimes they'll mix it up and have one or two like huge enemies. But yeah, that's kind of like the boss that I've noticed so far anyway. It's just an onslaught, you know, just an unbelievably crowded space full of enemies, and you have to figure out how to make it through that. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, remember Nightmare Creatures? Dang, that sounds familiar. I don't remember that one though. Was that on PlayStation? Nightmare Creatures, or was that on PC? I don't remember that one. Let's see. Oh, I do remember this. Oh my goodness. See, yeah, this was definitely on PC. Was it on any other platform? It was on Nintendo 64 too. Did I play this? Let me see. I remember that cover. I think I rented this game and played it. Nightmare Creatures. Holy crap. Let me look at some of these pictures of this game. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I remember this game. Oh, yeah, I don't think I played very much of this game though. But I do remember seeing this, and I think because I remember something about the visuals. Yeah, I think they were showing a difference in the visuals of the game, and I remember that cover art for sure. Oh my god. This is crazy. So, okay, so I can't say for sure that I played a lot of this game, but I do remember that cover art, and that must have been the N64 cover art right there. Let me see. Yeah, with the glowing eyes, the face, the glowing eyes. Was that the N64 cover? Because that's the cover that I remember. They showed some other ones I don't remember. Let me see. N64. Yeah, that was the N64 cover. Exactly. I remember this. I remember this game. That's crazy. But I don't remember. I think I might have played a little bit through the game, but I didn't get to play very much of the game. Either I wasn't good at it, or I didn't like it, or something. I don't remember, but I do remember this game. I remember looking this. It must have been like EGM or something. I'm looking at the visuals and stuff and some of the levels. That more than likely was the case, because I do remember this. That's a box art that you can't forget right there. Dang, that's crazy. throwback, man. N64 was the days, bro. Like I said, I remember the first time I played N64, I then lost my mind. I think the first game I played was Mario 64. I think it was in a Toys R Us, if I'm not mistaken. Remember they had the stands and everything. The system was in a little plastic bubble with the controller hanging out, man. Crazy. I was like, yo, what the hell? It was funny because at the time I wanted a PlayStation. I thought I wanted a PlayStation. And I'm glad I didn't go that route. And I hadn't been that route since. This PlayStation 5 be the first one for me, which is crazy. But it is what it is. Let's see. But yeah, man, I couldn't believe it. And it's funny because when I played Mario 64, I walked away still wanting a PlayStation because I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, dudes like leaning and moving the camera. I was like, this don't make no sense. Who the fuck wants to play that? You know, I was like, this doesn't even make any sense. I'm like losing my balance trying to balance this character, you know, because analog controls were just mind blowing. So I didn't get it. And the reason I wanted a PlayStation at the time, man, was for Road Rash, because I loved Road Rash on the Game Gear. You know, I used to play so much freaking Road Rash. I was like, I need that in my life. All right, so I got something to show you guys after this. Matter of fact, I did a story, which is funny because everything comes around. You know, it comes around in a big circle. So I was like, I'm gonna get Road Rash. Fuck that. And just so happened, I don't know if it was the same store or another store, but I went into I went and played a demo of Road Rash on a PlayStation. It was in a store. Maybe it was I don't know if Target was even around, Target or maybe even Toys R Us again, I guess. But played the PlayStation, played Road Rash. I was like, yes, this is it, man. This is it. They had the music playing off the, you know, CD quality music. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is gonna be lit. Start the game up, play the game. I was like, what the fuck is that? She looked garbage. I'm sorry. I mean, I know somebody had to have fun with that game, but oh my god, PlayStation's graphics were so bad. They had more colors and they had better you know, FMVs, you know, cutscenes, whatever, but I didn't really care. I wanted my game to look clean and play well, you know. Like it's still digital, you know, control, so you're like slightly moving over to the left, slightly moving over to the right. It was horrible, man. I was like, oh, hell nah, this is horrible. And then I played F-Zero X on the N64, and I almost lost it then because I'd never seen a game run so fast in my life, you know. With all that going on, I was like, oh man, this is crazy. I thought F-Zero was the shit, but this F-Zero X, I was just on the game too. That's crazy. I was just on the game. Not F-Zero, but what I'm about to show you guys. So, like I said, I wanted Road Rash back in the day, right? And you know, I couldn't get it on the PlayStation, and since then they hadn't really made, in my opinion, a Road Rash that does the game justice. So here we are, 2020, and I believe it was just last year I found out about this game, Road Redemption. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but it became available on my preferred handheld. Okay, so here we are. It's like I'm playing the Game Gear all over again, because I got the Road Redemption, man. If you like Road Rash, Road Redemption, bro. Road Redemption is not Road to Redemption. Road Redemption is the perfect spiritual successor to Road Rash. I mean, just sweet. It's excellent. If you want to bash and smash some skulls on 2 wheels, baby, that is the game. I'm telling you, I love that game. It's like I'm playing Game Gear all over again. You know, it's like I'm playing it the way that I imagine it as a kid. You know what I mean? Because it was the 2D graphics, but everything that was happening, it was in 3D in your mind. You know what I'm saying? So that game brings that to justice. It just, so good. But let me get back to these here comments. What are the beautiful people out here saying? What are my PFGs out here talking about? I'm getting carried off into nostalgia, man. Shit. All right. So how about 7 guests? PS love GameCube. I don't know about no 7th Guest. Now, I ain't never heard about that one. Let's see. What is that one, Charles? Charles, you got all these good ones here. 7th Guest. Our guest. Guesty? Really? There we go. Oh, no, I do not know. I've never seen this one before. Designers Rob Landers, Trilobite. It must have been a PC game, huh? Yep. Yeah, I definitely wasn't PC gaming back in the day. We didn't have it like that back in the day. Oh, it's an interactive movie. Oh, yeah. Now, PC definitely brought all those early on. The point and clicks, basically, right? It's a puzzle game, requires Ego to close all of the skeletons in the coffins, and the coffin is selected that one, and some of its adjacent ones open and close. Interesting. Puzzle game, huh? Nice. Solving 21 puzzles. Okay. Nah, I never played that one. Never played that one at all. Like, you taking it way back. When did that game come out? Let's see, when did they say its launch was? Oh, April 1st. Man! April 1st. So that was like yesterday was its anniversary in 93. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. That's crazy. It's 27th birthday yesterday, huh? Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, F-Zero and Extreme G Link were my go-tos. Extreme G definitely more so for the bike designs. I think they had better atmosphere and vehicle designs. Man, those bikes are just sick, man. I just love the bike. I didn't like the later ones. 1 and 2 was where it ended for me. I played the third. I played XGRA, I believe it was called. Yeah, Racing Association, and I played the second one as well. But those ones, nah, they went somewhere different with it. I don't know why they did that, but they fucked it all up. You know, they just fucked it all up, man. Having the bikes looking like tanks on 2 wheels and everything, and just the vinyls on it with the shark teeth and all that stuff. That was the shit, man. That was the shit. You know, they should have kept it that way, but they didn't. So they failed, but we still have those two. And the music in those two, best game music, hands down. Best game music, all right? And F-Zero, I mean, it's just F-Zero. You just can't beat F-Zero. And I don't know why everybody tries to compare. What is that game? Oh my goodness, what in the hell is that game? Oh my goodness. It was a PlayStation exclusive. Wipeout. I don't know why people try and compare Wipeout to F-Zero. They are different. So different. They aren't in the same space, man. Wipeout is more of like trying to be like a simulator, you know, futuristic racer, whereas F-Zero is pure, straight up blistering speed arcade racing, hardcore arcade racing, man. Straight up, you know, different, totally different. They don't compete, in my opinion. Visually, yeah, you might think because they're, you know, futuristic hover vehicles, whatever, but they are not in any way, shape, or form comparable, in my mind. What do you guys think? Zero Games for me says I read Mean Machines. What? It was a magazine from the UK. No way. It was expensive here in Scandinavia to buy. No shit. Mean Machines. What? Mean Machines. Let me check that out. That's wild. I love to see different articles, different, you know, reads from different people. That's so cool. Cause I know what EGM meant to me. You know what I mean? Oh wait. Let's see. Yeah, I know what EGM meant to me back in the day. Mean Machines, not Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm glad I went back and looked. You guys back with me? You guys back? Okay, this is what happened. So, and this is the beauty. And how long has it been off? Shit, I don't know how long it's been gone. Damn. Okay, well, this is the beauty of running OBS through YouTube. Okay, is when it goes like we just did, YouTube stream is still live. Yeah, no, my bad, you guys. So what happened? I don't know what button it is I have on here, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But when I was typing something into the Google or whatever, I hit a hotkey. I don't have a hotkey to end my stream on OBS, but I'm gonna have to figure out what button I'm pressing to do that. But the good thing is, when I go, when I end the stream here unintentionally, YouTube keeps the stream alive, and so I can just go back into the stream here. My bad, guys. Man, that's crazy. I was just wanting to tell you guys about what I had just seen here, and I'm glad I went back, man. I'm glad I went, because I was looking at the stream like it's circling. Then I saw no data, and I was like, wait a minute, what? And then I saw Storm like, oh, what the fuck happened to this good stream? No. What's up, Ashes, man? What's up, Ashes? Thanks for stopping through. Okay, so I was saying, so was it Charles that said that to me? Was it No Games for Me? Who said that? Oh yeah, Zero Games for Me. Zero Games for Me was telling me about Mean Machines. Damn, I don't know how far back we went, but oh well, we just gonna go where we can. So he was talking about, or they were talking about, I read Mean Machines. I read Mean Machines. It was a magazine from the UK. We were talking about the magazines that we used to read. I used to read EGM back in the day. Ashes, I don't know if you know about the EGM, the good old EGM, but I love it. But Mean Machines, I was looking at a magazine from way back in the day when like not N64, when the NES and the Sega Master System, or the Mega Drive, the Mega Drive and Game Boy were the hot shit, There was an ad over here for Dick Tracy, and it was like, it says, fill 'em full of lead, Dick. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Just crazy shit like that back in the day. Funny stuff. The magazine looked great. I love the font on there and just the design. Man, that's classic. That goes way back right there. Come on now. Okay, I'm about to say it's spinning again. But man, and thank you guys again for hanging with me, y'all. Thank you, and I apologize about that right there. I'm gonna have to be more careful about that. I'm gonna have to have an alternative. Maybe I'll just use my. Where's my note? Oh, here it is. I'll just use that for the time being to search the web until I figure out what hotkey it is. Because again, I don't have a hotkey assigned, but maybe there's a generic one by default. But I also wanted to say, before I realized the stream was cut, so Dick Tracy back in the day, I mean, I was a huge fan of Dick Tracy, and I used to love it. He was like, hey, blah, 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 in the microphone. It was watching shit. He could talk to the watch. And I was a huge fan of GoldenEye, and Bond's watch in the game. He had the watch in the game. They made that joint dope as fuck. So having this watch, I can talk in it like Dick Tracy. It happened. Like it really fucking happened, man. So I'm both Dick Tracy and I'm James Bond because I got the watch there. And can you see the weapon in there? You see that? You guys see that? Too bright. But oh my goodness. I'm like, oh, I feel like such a super nerd. It feels great. Unbelievable stuff, man. You guys remember that back in the day? Like thinking that would never happen, but that's so cool. But yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Look at that. And so if you guys remember, GoldenEye, that's the health and that's the shield. So the shield goes up the more you walk, and then the health goes down the longer the the watch stays on. So, and the actual weapon is changeable too. I love this. This is like, I love this, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. It's just, there we go. Ooh, that shotty. Remember that shotty? Whew. Let me see. Ah, damn it. Let's see if I can get it here. I'm horrible at this. Look, check it out. I'll just get through some of them. Ooh, remember the, what is it, the DD-44? Was it the Divistal? That's what I used to always call it. I used to love the sound of that thing right there, y'all. Oh, you already know what it is. That golden gun. Oh my God. Which was oh, I'm gonna go back to that one. I used to hate this one right here, y'all. Who else hated this motherfucker right here? Let's go back to it. Who else hated this motherfucker right here? This was the worst weapon in the game. Come on, focus for me. There we go. Who else remembers this piece of shit? Oh my God. Oh man, and check this out. This is the best part right here. This is the best part. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. Yeah. N64 controller. As weird as it looks, I still think it's like one of the best looking controllers in the world. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense, but it kind of does. It's like they had the right idea, but they just didn't go for it all the way. They were like, that's it. That's it. You can play this way or you can play that way. And I've never played using that other side. Never. And it's funny because I never really thought about it either. Weird stuff. What's going on, MM? How you doing, brother? Thanks for stopping through. All right, let me go back through the comments here because I spent a lot of time on that magazine there. And we had our little pause for a second there. Let's see. Okay, going back down. And Nightmare Creatures. F-Zero. Charles says Game Mags and ZDTV, Tech TV, and G4. Yeah. It may be a bull skeleton. Oh, right. Yeah. Answering that question. Yeah, man. It's got to be some bullshit, if nothing else, right? I don't know what the hell that thing is, but can't stand it. We talking about serious Sam enemies. Yeah, ZDTV, Tech TV. I know Tech TV for sure, and G4, of course. That was a time where there's integrity for sure in the gaming industry. Now everybody's bought and paid for, be it in money or in gifts or in just likes. You know, it's just strange, but it's a different time. This is definitely a time where a community has to come together and be more honest and supportive and bring in integrity, because right now all the corporate shit, they ain't doing it like they used to, my man. They ain't doing it like they used to. They are not doing it like they used to. What's my dude's name? Oh, let me make sure. You know what? Let me stop typing. Let me stop here. I am looking on the browser, and I might end the stream by hitting some elusive hotkey that I have no idea that is set. But God, what's the dude's name? Oh, I can't remember his name. Adam Settler, I want to say, but I know that's not his name. But that man was amazing. It sucked when he left, because when he left, integrity kind of left out the door with him. Let's see. What do we got here? Charles. Charles says PlayStation and N64. What game What are you talking about, Charles? Oh, Nightmare Creatures. Yeah, that's what you were talking about on PlayStation and 64. Yeah, it did come out on both of them. Yeah, I remember. At least at the very least seeing that game. It was like the alternative Resident Evil, more gothic. Yeah, definitely. And I think that's why I was looking at it too, because there wasn't a Resident Evil at the time on N64, and I think that game came out ahead of the Resident Evil 1 and 2 release on N64. Let's see. Storm. It says 0 games for me. I just took a peek at the Mean Machines mag. Yeah, it has some dope artwork. Yeah, for sure. And I hope that all of that, what I was talking about earlier, up to the Extreme G and F-Zero was in the mix, because I had a lot to say then about that. So I'm glad you guys at least got to get that out there and share that. Charles says, only PlayStation that I personally had was a PS2. You know what? Again, I've had the PlayStation Portable. That was, Charles saying that. I had the PlayStation Portable and I had the PlayStation Vita. I actually purchased those new. I think I purchased 2 PSPs. I purchased the first one day and date, and then I had to get a second one because I think I just returned it and got a new one. I didn't have to purchase another one, but because it had deck pixels on the first one, which was a bad start, right? Didn't keep either of them very long though. The PSP or the Vita. I got the Vita. Later on in its life cycle. Man, the Vita was painful when it came to the memory cards. Yo, I think I still have that. I do have that memory card somewhere in here. I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go. I gave them an arm for that. So that thing is staying right here with me. Okay. But eventually maybe I'll get another Vita, just because of the fact I have that memory card I'm not getting rid of. I'm not, unless somebody's going to buy it for an astronomical price. I'm talking about an arm and a leg. Okay, I need at least a leg in addition to the arm that I gave. All right. So if you're looking for a PS Vita memory card, I think it's the largest card size, I think 32 gigabytes, something like that. Holla at me if you got an arm and a leg for to give up. I got you. But PlayStation 2 was also the only home console that I got. That was my whole point in trying to say that. PlayStation 2 was the only home console I ever had from them, but it wasn't new, and it was like way after the life cycle. I think we were already on the PS3. Yeah, we were already on the PS3, on our way to the PS4 by the time I had purchased a PS2 used. And I purchased it for, what was that game? Let me not go on there. What was the game? We had the remake just recently of the game, so now I don't need a PS2 for it. God, was it not Ico? Was it Ico? No, it wasn't Ico. Golly, let me see. I gotta check. Got my phone on airplane mode. Of course, that would be helpful to take it off of airplane mode, wouldn't it? Let's see what we got here. So, what game is it? Oh, anybody ever play Connecticut? That was a game I was interested in. I think I played a little bit of it on the PS2, but it didn't really resonate with me. The controls were a little strange. Ooh, speaking of which, man, Twisted Metal needs to come back. Vigilante 8 needs to come back, yo. Woo! Remember Vigilante 8? Oh, especially Second Offense. Vigilante 8, Second Offense. Woo, 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 woo. Remember that shit? Oh, Vigilante 8, Second Offense. Burst in your face. Did he say that? Burst in your face. Some shit like that. But that game was dope. That and Twisted Metal need to definitely come back. But I can't remember the name of the game. Oh well. Anyway, it was a game I wanted to play. It was the one with the kid on the horse. The empty Shadow of the Colossus. That's what it was. Boom. Came to me. Shadow of the Colossus. Okay. Was the game that I wanted to play. I'm looking at the stream like, what's going on? Is YouTube making suggestions and shit of what I should be doing? Okay, bitrate fine. Just chill the fuck out, okay? All right. So that game was definitely dope. I wanted to get into that. I got the PS2. Never actually got into the game. Oh man. And so it's on the PS4 now, and it looks like it's a really good remake. So I'll just get that when I get my PS5. I'll just have this incredible backlog of games that I want to play on the PS2, and games I want to play on the PS4 will all be, I'm sure they'll be available on the PS5 at some point or another. No rush, because it's going to be an exclusive machine for me. Stadia is going to be my main third-party and exclusive console game platform. Well, you know, console platform, and then of course the Switch. For as long as it sticks around, I'm all over that too. So yeah, it'll be a nice third place for me, a nice third box there with a bunch of nice games that I just never got to. But yeah, never purchased a PlayStation new. Never purchased a PlayStation home console new, to be exact. This will be the first one. I just have a feeling that Sony is they're gonna knock it out of the park with this one. For me, for what I'm looking for with them. They've already got a nice little backlog of games. They did the remakes that I would want to play, remade. And I just like the direction they're going. They're really identifying themselves as a very cinematic, mature movie-like experience studio. Let's see. So I like that about them. I like that. I'll go with that. Okay, let's see. Storm says, I agree about the PS and graphics at the time. We can't say anything bad about those PS graphics today, though. You can't say anything bad about those graphics today. All I got is bad things to say about the PlayStation 1 graphics. I don't know what you talking about, brother. I don't know what you talking about. PlayStation 1 graphics did not age well at all. At all, brother. They didn't age well the day after the damn console launched, all right? Look, the PlayStation, literally, it was a CD player, okay? It played CD quality music and sound. It was Sony. It's a Sony product. And it had every goddamn game under the sun because everybody left Nintendo. So they got all the deals, you know. That's why that thing was popping. And them graphics was not the reason that thing was popping, baby. That shit sucked. And then, okay, the cutscenes. When people start looking at the cutscenes, like, oh, that looks great. That's it. Other than that, everybody knew them graphics was horrible. Horrible. Oh, they were bad. Bad. That Sony brand, baby. That's what got them going. It's Sony. It's a Sony product. You better buy that. You know what I'm saying? So, no hate, no shade. That's just the truth. Them shit is terrible, bro. Terrible. I mean, a straight line going like this? How the hell you get a straight line going in 30 different directions at one time? It's supposed to be a straight line, brother. God damn. What the hell is going on? I feel like the whole world is falling apart. I feel like I'm on acid or something when I'm playing a PlayStation game. Can't do it. Cannot do it. I mean that. You see, I just got hype. Don't play with me about that PlayStation graphics, bro. Them shit is terrible. Terrible. Whew. Again, and the thing that saved them FMVs, they have a greater color palette, so the stuff looked more detailed. They had a greater span of games, you know, to give more examples of what can be done or whatever, and that CD quality sound, you know, you can't beat that all around visual quality. But whew, oh yeah, that was a lot of pain right there getting to one of them. All right, so let me calm down. It's all love, brother. Just them graphics are terrible. I would love to see Japmoto again. Oh, I remember Japmoto. Yeah. Japmoto was alright. I was more of a wave race guy. But yeah, I remember Japmoto, because Japmoto was definitely way more arcadey. And it was a lot of fun. I remember as soon as you say Japmoto, I think Mountain Dew. Just Mountain Dew, you know? That's what it was back in the day. Now it's Red Bull, you know? But Link TV also says, Asher say, yo fam, I already shouted you out, brother. Good to see you in the chat. Too Extreme was a good one too. Was that the one where they were like on skateboards, rollerblades, bikes, and all that? I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about. That came out on a 3DO too. You guys remember that? It came out on a 3DO, 2 Extreme. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. You guys remember the Panasonic 3DO, y'all? That bitch was like $600. Like, get the fuck out of here. You fucking crazy. And the 3DO actually had better graphics and sound quality than the PlayStation. That shows you that power don't count for shit. And that cost is vital. So whatever you think you're going to charge somebody, you might want to think twice about that, because that 3DO got the shit knocked out of it. The Jaguar 64, do you remember that? It was called the Jaguar 64 not because it was 64 bits, because it motherfucker had 64 buttons on the damn controller. Horrible. Probably had some good games on it though, but you know, I was a kid then. I couldn't just go out there and just buy shit for the hell of it. I didn't want it. I mean, damn. It did have some really cool futuristic racer on it though. I was wondering about. I forget. Oh no, it had it wasn't a futuristic racer. It had what the hell was that game called? Carmageddon. I remember Carmageddon was on there. And I think there was a futuristic racer on there too. If I remember correctly, yeah. And it looked good. But that's when I saw it in the pawn shop, so that don't tell you anything, you know. I think that's like the only time back then I actually saw the Jaguar was in a pawn shop as a kid. I was like, damn, what the fuck is this? This exists? What the hell is this? Yeah. What do you say? Is it extreme? 2 Extreme, yeah, 2 Extreme. I bet you it's gonna be on 3DO too. I'm putting 3DO on there. Damn, it won't even come up. Never mind. Let's put one in there. Yeah, I remember that. 2 Extreme. 2 Extreme. Come on, pull up. Bullshit. 2 Extreme. PS1. There we go. Yeah, the bikes and the. Oh, it even had the. What is that? Surfboard? Let's see. Yeah. Skateboard, surfboard. Looks like it had the rollerblades too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man, I didn't get to play this one though, but I do remember this. I might have to try this out if I can get a ROM or something. Yeah, I remember this though. I don't know if it was 2 Extreme on 3DO too. Let me see. I don't know. They had something like that on there. Anyway, yeah, I remember that game. I remember that. I wish I had played it. Now that you bring it up, because it makes me think of Road Rash. Makes me think of Road Rash, man. And I love that game. It was a good one too. I was always hitting people and knocking them down. Yeah, to get first. Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. It reminds me of Road Rash. But I never played it. EGM and OXM. Yeah, I remember. Dang, yeah, OXM, I remember that. Got me by, for sure. You already know. Project says, what the fuck happened to the stream? Yeah, we got back on track, baby. Ashes, back, I thought it was somehow. Cool, Stadia, my man M2K. What up? All right. What's good? Already. Was there a Windows 10 update? I don't know. If I did get one, it was early in the morning. What the fuck? How's that on airplane mode? Take that shit off. Just in case. I just realized my PC was on airplane mode, but I have the hardline hooked up. Wow. Okay. That was kind of scary. I'm like, am I just talking to a wall? All right. Project says, oh yeah, dosage. You said honesty is key. Word. I think it was in reference to talking about the journalism of today versus the past, and us as a community coming together and feeding each other with real information. because we have that opportunity to do that now. We didn't have that then. We had to rely on those people then. Now we don't necessarily have to do that. I think it's just, again, us stuck in the old ways, you know, where we used to be dependent on them. We don't have to depend on these motherfuckers no more, man. If they're gonna be on some bullshit, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk to each other. That's what we talk to anyway. You know, remember back in the day, go to school, classroom, meet up. I remember that's how I got into Legend of Zelda. You know, it wasn't even the reviews, bro. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was like the first Zelda game that I was just like, boom, like this is the shit. That's when I really became a Zelda fan. I know I'm like going off to some sidebar, but it has to do with this being the reality. And the whole conversation we've been having about, you know, not letting these other sources spin a narrative that keeps people who would be interested in something that would be great for them stay away from it based on something that some bullshit asshole is telling them, right? So again, the power of our own voices as actual gamers, talking to one another, much younger obviously than N64. I had a 64 at the time. I'm just trying to think. I didn't have the game and I didn't even think about the game like that. But I was going to class, man. You know, all the nerds, man, we was all talking and stuff. You know, well, actually, no, they were talking over there, and nerd myself, but I wasn't in the conversation at the time. They were talking about this game, man. They were talking about just spending time in the game. They weren't talking about like, you know, I got to this level and that level, this level. They were just talking about spending time in the game that they were experiencing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What are they talking about? And it was about going fishing, and you know, they caught this fish. But it wasn't a fishing game because they kept talking about other things. They rode the horse over here and they picked up the lawn milk, or they went in a water temple, and all these adventures, shit I had never heard of in a video game. You know, you never heard him. The way they were talking about it was like it was a living, breathing world, like they were in it, like they were living in this world. You know, they weren't talking about just getting into the next level. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, what the hell are you guys talking about, man? I, you know, scooted my chair over. Yo, what's up? I want to know, you know? And it was like, oh man, you know, this game, Ocarina of Time, blah, blah, blah. You know, this and that. I'm like, oh, it's fishing or whatever. No. It's this, and this. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Is what? You know, Ocarina of Time. It blew my mind. I was like, I got to get that game. I want that game now. I got that game, man. Changed my life, man. Changed my life. There wasn't no magazine, you know. I did love the magazines, and again, back then you could depend on them. For the most part, you can depend on them. I'm sure there was some bullshit here and there, whatever, but for the most part, you can depend on them. Nowadays, no, man. You know, I wouldn't even rely on that. But yeah, I mean, just having that conversation, man, just blew my mind. The way they talked about it was just like, yes, I need it, and it lived up to it. In my opinion, that game lived up to every bit of hype it had. Every bit of hype. But yeah. So honesty is definitely key. And to the Windows 10 update, again, if I had it, it may have done it earlier. I guess, again, I was hooked up to the hard line, so I guess it bypassed the airplane mode. It may have just done the update on its own or something. Maybe I'll restart after this and see. That's a good question, though. I'd like to know myself. Let's see here. Project says, why the hell is no one talking about how clean the graphics are on Serious Sam HD 1? I am over here messing around with it, and I love the retro look and performance. No jaggies at all. Okay, it's old, but there's something special about it. Oh yeah, man, it's that old school first-person wave-based shooter. Woo, that game right there is hardcore, bro. That game is hardcore. I'm telling you. But I don't know why they're not talking about it. Maybe because a lot of people kind of don't have love for Serious Sam. It's interesting. One of my subs was telling me on the video of Serious Sam I got posted up here on the channel. It was like, this is the worst game of the Pro Collection. I was like, damn. It sucks. Oh. Did you like the gameplay? Oh man. Nah, but you know, I don't know. Maybe that's why. I don't know. It's an older game, so I guess nobody would be impressed if the visual, or they don't expect to be impressed with the visuals because it's such an old game. So maybe they just don't, you know, give it any light. I don't know, but it looked great. It was crisp. It was clean. I mean, I expect nothing less than that, especially considering it is an older game. But yeah, the game itself, straight classic design. I mean, they're doing The designs in that game are very basic, you know, in today's standard. But that's so cool because it just takes me back, and it's still great to design. Like, it's basic, but they still know how to design a level because the way they place the enemies, the enemy types that they have, the space they have you be able to run around in. Well done, well done. You can beat the game. It's just gonna kick your ass around, and you just gotta know how to move around, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, because they set every little trap they can, man. Every little trap they can. But this is another thing you want to do with Serious Sam, is use the quick save feature. Because if you don't use the quick save feature, you're going to get upset with that game. You're not going to have a good time. And the quick save feature in that game is a feature where it's like, you can be running through a room, boom, 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 quick save, and then you die. So you go right back to right after you killed them. And then if there's an enemy coming right at you, that'll be right where you start at in your quick save. So it's literally quick save right in that instance. It's not quick save to the last, you know, loaded position, you know, in the room or whatever, down the corridor. No. It's literally right there in that per pixel location, like right on that axis. That's where you are. And right where that enemy is or whatever. So I always quick save in that game. They show you a little account of how many quick saves they expect you to have versus how many you did. I don't give a shit. I'll quick save 50, 60 times, shit, you know, because there's just wave after wave. I mean, they come at you, bro. So use your quick save feature. You're gonna have a lot more fun that way. A lot more fun that way. Trust and believe that. There's no real penalty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just, I think it's necessary. Chariot Man says the PS Vita, I remember that system. It has a lot of potential. Yeah, it had a lot of potential, that was for sure. Again, I guess the homebrewing audience took it to its highest level because Sony didn't. But it was good. I didn't really like the analog sticks on it, you know. But what did it have? 2 sticks or just the one? I forget. Anyway, yeah, I remember the one at least. It had, I think it was 2. Yeah, it had 2. They were just they were the flat nubs, you know. I don't like the flat nubs, you know. But anyway, it was good for the time. I had a lot of fun with it. I did expect more out of it as far as the online features and capabilities. It was kind of limited in that area because I thought, you know, Sony product was going to have all these different cool, you know, that's a time when apps were starting to become more regularly available on phones and things like that. It didn't have a lot of those different features, or at least they weren't as easily accessible or as varied as I initially thought. And the library wasn't that great. The game I played mainly on that, well, the 2 games I played mainly on that were Soul Sacrifice and God, what is that other game I played on there? I forget. It was the game where where you play as this the female protagonist, and she can like levitate and jump off a building to building and all that stuff. I forget the name. Gravity Rush. Yeah, Gravity Rush. I played Gravity Rush on there. Lots of fun. Great, beautiful games. You know, lots of fun. But then the group I used to play my Soul Sacrifice with, we got out of touch or whatever. So at that point, it was like no reason for me to keep it. I'm like, go ahead, sell it. But let's see. Oh, Link leaving. All right, so I know that was probably a while ago. Appreciate you stopping through, Link. Already. Got you back to work already. I feel you. Rick Tone, what's good? I hope you're still in here in the chat. Thank you for stopping through. Says Twisted Metal could be a good one in this era. Yeah, I think it could be a really good one. Rick Tone also mentions Legacy of Kain. Soul Reaver needs a reboot on Stadia. Yeah, I think was it Silicon Knights that did Legacy of Kain? Because I think I just saw that game. I know it was like Iato or something like that, but I know it was they might have their own little developers and whatnot too. But yeah, Legacy of Kain would be great. That would be amazing to see on there. Drake York, what's up? Thanks for stopping through. Let's see. Drake York says, so Apple just allowed some, yeah, I saw that, streaming platforms like Amazon to rent and purchase games on their store. Maybe this means that Stadia will be allowed on the App Store. Yeah, I just saw that, Drake. Thanks. That's a good drop right there. That's what they need. You know, we need to see, more support coming from Apple. I mean, come on, get with it. You know, this is a lot of bread that you passing by. You know, open those doors up. Quit being so closed down. You know, open it up. You know, share. You got it. You know what I'm saying? You got it. So open them doors, because you know this is the new wave. So you don't have your own offering. and I don't think that Apple's going to offer that at all. I mean, they've put out what they wanted to do, Apple Arcade, which is fine, so let the big boys come in and do their thing, and they'll cut some bread with you. I think that's a great idea, and hopefully this is actually what we're going to see with Amazon being able to do that. I saw that this morning, I think it was. Let's see, was it Silicon Knights? Yeah, that was good. Let me see. Soul Reaver is one of the GOATs, no doubt. Rick Tone, yes sir. I don't know if you're talking about to Soul Reaver or something else that was said earlier, Rick Tone. He said, how you feeling today, Rick Tone? Friday Storm says, no, I mean PS4, bro. Pro, LO. Oh, okay. I was about to say, bro, you had me getting litty. We can't say anything about the PlayStation graphics now. You got to be specific, brother. You got to be specific. For real. Because that PS1 graphics, bro, I don't know. But yeah, PS4 Pro graphics, yeah, they look great. They look great. They definitely learned their lesson. I mean, you don't got to be the most powerful out there, but don't be that whack. I mean, that shit was horrible. You want your stuff to at least age well, And that's where Nintendo came into play, and they stuff aged well because they had an art style that can really transcend, lower poly count and all that stuff, and it still look good. You know what I mean? Don't look too bad, and it can transition from 2D to 3D pretty decently. You gotta get better with that. So if they're gonna have the more realistic visuals, then they have to have the more powerful console, and that's I mean, at this point it's not gonna be an issue ever really, but they're kind of cornering themselves when it comes to them dollars they gotta spend to create those games. It's, because that's the thing, is gonna kick them in the ass here in a little while when it comes to the cost of these games. I'm sure it already put a nice little dent in their booty, making these games on the PS4, but it paid off. It did pay off. But eventually, all these new technologies, you're trying to push the very heights of graphical fidelity, it's gonna hit you in the pockets, man. So hey, do what you do. I appreciate it. It looks great, So all right, let's see what they did here. Let me see what some of the games they did here real quick. Looking at Silicon Knights. Games, let's see. Yeah, Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. Yeah. So they did work on one of the games out of the franchise. Because in Legacy of Kain and Soul Reaver, that's the same franchise, right? Yeah. It's the same. Yeah. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, right. That's the right. Thought so. Okay. So yeah, it was Crystal Dynamics, Silicon Knights, that did the Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I knew I just read something about them. So anyway, yeah. That's dope. But yeah, no, the PS4 graphics do look good. N64 graphics were probably a bit better. Probably Drake. Definitely a lot better. Again, it was just the colors. A lot of the colors weren't there in the in Nintendo's palette with the N64. They just couldn't do certain things when it came to that, and they couldn't put as many polygons on the screen. But what they could do is stretch large polygons across a huge scale, so they didn't have to use as many because their polygons could stay flat and straight. You know what I mean? They weren't all twisting and turning, so Sony had to use tons of polygons just to keep a somewhat steady looking environment, but yeah, the colors really what really got Nintendo kind of kicked in the butt. They didn't have those deep rich colors that Sony offered, which made a real difference. So yeah, no, Nintendo's games look a lot better when you go back. Woo. Oh boy. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, we got that. Yeah. Okay, Stormo, so you admitting that the PS1 graphics were hideous. All right. I salute you on that, brother. Yeah, you keeping it real. You got to, man. You got to. You know? I actually had a PS1, Drake says, as a kid. This was when the PS3 was out. God damn! And I played so much Resident Evil 2. Yeah, great game. Great game. And in fact, that's a game where the graphics really work well on the PlayStation, because the character model may look a little, iffy or whatever, but they can focus more attention on the character model so it won't look as bad. And then the environments were static, so you didn't have all that, blocking and weird, I forget what they call it, but it's something that you don't want to be happening with your polygons, yeah, anyway, what the fuck is a 3DO? Right. Yes, Drake. I hope you looked up the 3DO at this point. This is way back, man. I'm way behind on the comments, y'all. But yeah, 3DO, man. Panasonic 3DO. Check it out, man. Oh, let me see if I could even pull it up. I know you guys probably already pulled it up a long time ago. But let me go ahead and pull it up just for the hell of it. What the hell is a 3DO? For sure, that is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Here it is, y'all. Let me see if I can pull this picture up. Ooh, that mug looking dusty. Mug looking dusty. And it had better graphics and everything than the PlayStation. It actually looked a little better than the PlayStation, to be honest with you, too. But here it is. This is in its dustbin. Panasonic 3DO, y'all. Yep. I remember seeing that motherfucker too, man. And this was I saw this in a pawn shop as a kid. I wasn't I think it was some years later. But I saw it in a pawn shop. And what the hell? And I was just like, wow. Oh, that's why. Because and that's when I found out the price of it. In the pawn shop, they wanted $600. I was like, who the fuck? And that was at that time, back in the day. There it is. Yep. Look at the back. Yeah, this is so difficult. Why is it so difficult? Oh, that's my baby. Why is it so difficult? Hold this big ass phone up. Crazy, huh? Yeah, so I mean, again, there were competitors in the game, man, back in the day. And it really came down to pricing with them. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to try and charge an arm and a fucking leg at the time when consoles weren't even popping like that. There was an audience there, but it ain't like it is today. That's for goddamn sure. Zero Games for Me says, I'm feeling old. Dude, I wasn't even alive when this shit came out. LMAO. Damn. No shit, Drake, huh? He says, Doom 64 was awesome. So are you getting it free? Because those who got Doom Eternal, well, I think it's already over before April. Actually, no. You got till tomorrow, which is actually my birthday. Yeah. Yeah, no, if you get Doom Eternal before tomorrow, then you get Doom 64 free. It's also already available on the Switch too, by the way, but hell, I might get it on there and then get the free copy on Stadia as well. Yeah, you dig. Speaking of which, I already got the Panzer Dragoon on the Switch. I had a bunch of credits on there, so I just got the whole game for free. Well, with my credits, not free really, but for free. Using my credits. It's pretty good. It's decent. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of the hardcore fans of the game don't like it. And I see a couple of reasons why. I mean, I wish the dragon would kind of be a little bit steady instead of just bouncing up and down. It is kind of annoying. But I mean, it's all right. It's an all right game. I ain't mad at it. Crystal Dynamics, I believe, did Soul Reaver. Yeah, Crystal Dynamics, Rick Tone. Okay, so you must have been saying Soul Reaver was the GOAT then, because you're chiming in here. Crystal Dynamics were the publishers of the game. It was Silicon Knights who actually developed. Well, who developed the one I was talking about, Blood Omen. Now, I think that second one, it might have been Eidos, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm even saying that, Eidos or whatever the hell you call them. They may have done the other one. Let's see. I don't know. You're right. You're right. Crystal Dynamics actually did publish or develop that one, and Eidos published it. Okay, but on the last one, which is interesting, the one I was talking about, Blood Omen, Silicon Knights developed, but Crystal Dynamics published, which is interesting. Maybe they hired that team on as their developers, and then ended up developing it internally. Interesting. I don't know which one even came before the other. That's interesting though. It's just interesting when you see who's behind the scenes doing what and how it changes and whatnot. But yeah. Oh God, what's up, Stadia Mania? Thanks for coming through. But yeah, Rickton, you were right about that. He says, hope you're all doing well. A huge thanks to you and the other Stadia creators and community for helping my channel grow. Much love, for sure. Thank you for stopping through. That's love right there. That's love. He said, Soul Reaver for a great game. Oh yeah, definitely. Storm says, the community is wonderful. Stadia Mania, you got love, or you gotta love it for sure. Right on. I caught up with everybody there. Jeez. Woo. Yeah, so anyway, man, I've been having a great time gaming. I'm really enjoying Stadia. Stadia, April Fool's was, okay, let me tell you guys about what happened to me on April Fool's. This was pretty crazy. So, April Fool's Day. All right. As you can see, today is Thursday. This is my open mic session day, right? Let me go back, guys. Let me go back. So, I get on. I wake up early. I'm like, oh shit, man. Let me not stay in the bed too long, As you notice, I haven't been putting my videos up. I'm gonna make sure that once I get off of here, I post my video for tomorrow. That way, people can be aware of it earlier. Great turnout today, by the way. Again, thank you so much, guys, for showing up. Like, really, really, really appreciate you guys. Consistently showing love, But so yesterday, I woke up early. I was like, I gotta get my breakfast, gotta get my coffee, gotta be ready for this, whatever, right? I called Glam, I said, babe, she says, what's up? I said, what I gotta do? She says, what do you have to do? I'm like, oh, I gotta get ready for the show. I gotta do my live stream, my open mic. She says, babe, what day is it? I'm like, it's Wednesday? Huh? What? Shit. I think I already had it running and everything. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? So already off the top, I'm running around like a fool. I'm running around like a fool thinking I had to do my open mic yesterday, which of course I don't. What's going on, Chariot? Thanks for stopping through, coming back. I was like, I didn't have to do it, but I was like, okay, well, I'm already set up. I'm already up and ready to do this. So let me go ahead and do it anyway. And then, of course, the 3 games came out. I say 2 because I've already had Spitlings purchased, but the pro games become available. So I'm like, okay, well, I can go ahead and do that because it's not my open mic, And so I go to do that. I start the stream. Everything seems like it's cool, And turns out Stadia just wasn't working with me. It was just like, no, you can't play this game. Check your internet, fool. I'm like, what? Okay. Whatever. Let's try a different game. No, you can't play that either. Check your internet, fool. I'm like, bruh, What the fuck is going on? I've never had this happen before. I'm like, okay, well, let me take out the hard line, which should be giving me no problems. Okay, let's just use the Wi-Fi. Try that out. No, you can't play. Check your internet, fool. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on, yo? Like, this is some bullshit. I'm really upset right now. I'm on live, like, you know? I'm like, man, what is going on today? And so it's like, you know what? I'm going to try GeForce Now. If GeForce Now is working, because I'm sitting here streaming this, my internet is fine. Nothing is giving me any problems, not seeing any bullshit or nothing like that. So I'm like, okay. So I go to GeForce Now. It boots up. I go to the game, Astroneer. It boots up. I start playing the game, Astroneer. It's playing fine. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Stadia? And I go to check and see if anybody's having problems. People are streaming. I'm like, yo, what is going on? So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. You don't want to boot up Stadia? Fine. I'm going to go and I'm just going to place another streaming service and stream that. Forget it. As soon as I did that, boom, they let me into the damn game. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I was like, okay. Close the other one out. Close GeForce out. And then I think I ended up having to start over Stadia. Started the game over. No, you can't play that. Check your internet. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Boom, close it out. I go to start another stream. I was like, you know, it's working now. Okay, I'm going to start another stream. I think either it didn't work going through YouTube. So I was like, fuck. I don't know what's going on, y'all. So then I started it over and I went straight through OBS. I didn't go through YouTube, which again, it sucks because of multiple reasons. One, it doesn't give me that backup. Like when I had ended the stream on OBS unintentionally, the YouTube stream was still live. So we were all still connected. So if I do that unintentionally on OBS, it's a wrap. It's closed out. Everybody gone. We had to start everything all over again. It would suck. Also, you don't get the ultra low latency where you guys see me close to the time that I'm actually saying and doing what I'm doing, and I don't get to see you guys, or I get to see you guys' chat, you know, pretty quickly, you know, pretty close to the time that, you know, you guys are responding to me. So we get to stay pretty much kind of in sync, you know. You don't get that on OBS. It's actually way slow, you know. And what else? What else was I gonna say? OBS. Oh yeah, I don't think they do a live notification if you're doing OBS, because I'm gonna tell you, I went back to my streams on OBS. I ain't getting no love like this yesterday, y'all. I ain't getting no love yesterday. I mean, no love. But it's cool because I love playing the games anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put the content up for everybody if they want to see it. It's cool. But yeah, I don't know if y'all just wasn't feeling me yesterday, or OBS doesn't show. So yeah, yesterday when it came to content creation, I got April fucking fooled like a motherfucker by Stadia, by OBS, by YouTube. I was getting just fucked on over. I mean, all them motherfuckers were laughing at me. Let's fuck with this streamer. Look at him go. He's hanging in there. Oh, that's a funny motherfucker, man. Oh my God. You know, just fucking with me all damn day yesterday. It was pretty bad. But like I said, I just kept it going, man. I just, you know, kept playing and having a good time. I really did enjoy the two games I played. I played both what was it? Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. That was actually really fun and interesting. Definitely family fun. Definitely something I can play with my son. I love the knocking down the bricks and just the randomness of it. It's just super 90s. And I think he'll really enjoy that. We have a lot of fun. I think Glam would enjoy it too. It being a puzzle type game. Where, you know, simple building and stuff. I think it's just a lot of fun. I want to see that co-op. I think that's where we'd have a lot of fun too, with the co-op side of things, how we would solve these puzzles. It's interesting. I have to watch some of that and see how that works. But so anyway, and the Serious Sam collection, I mean, just classic shooters. I'm definitely gonna try to get through complete Sam 1, Serious Sam 1, and go from there. If all goes well, which I think it will, but I'm pretty sure that last level is gonna be a fucking real headache. then I'll just continue on to the rest of the collection and see how it goes. I mean, I'm excited to see how they built onto that game, because I didn't really get to play Serious Sam like that. I think Serious Sam was only on PC for a very long time, so I missed out on a lot of those, during that time. But it takes me back to the days of like Turok, on 64. Even Turok's on PC too, but yeah, man, had a really, really, really good time. Really, really tough time. But like I said, I did my voiceovers in that Serious Sam video, and I have to do a part 2 because during the end of that stream, the surface started getting like really, really warm. So it was like, it's time to cut it, buddy. You gotta stop. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't know why it does it every once in a while, but it does. Like, I can play Division 2 multiplayer all damn day, and it was going fine. But for some reason, the stream started acting funny. OBS was like 100% skip frames. I'm like, okay, we're gonna end that stream. So I had to cut it off at a certain point, and at another point, I'll go ahead and continue the story and finish it off, because I think I'm about done. If I'm not, I'm probably like halfway through, because I got all of the elements so far. Like, I just got all the elements, and then going through the rest of the game, I think it's just gonna be, well, I don't want to ruin it all. I mean, for those who don't know, I'll just share it with you guys. But yeah, so yesterday was a motherfucker. April Fool's was a motherfucker for me, man. When it came to the content, joint. But yesterday, did you guys watch the competition? I don't know if you guys are familiar with Manny Fresh and Scott Storch. He's like super mega star producer, but I mean, Manny Fresh is my dude. You know what I'm saying? They did a competition yesterday when it came to production, showing their classics and dropping those joints. Me personally, if you watched it, I watched it live. I think Manny Fresh bodied your boy Scott Storch, because he played the music that we love, we want to hear, is hip hop. Scott Storch talking about Beyonce and Mariah Carey and all this R&B stuff. No. Drop them bangers, bruh. And that's what Manny was doing. He was dropping them bangers. So I was happy with that. I think Manny killed it, but it was just great to see the two legends go at it. I know the other day, I think it was yesterday. The day before yesterday, I believe. Your man's Timbaland and what's his name? My man. Why am I doing him like this? Wow. I can't believe I'm doing my man's like this. Swiss Beats. Forgive me, brother. Forgive me. How could I forget your name? But yeah, Swiss Beats. They was going at it. I mean, me personally, I had to say Timbaland bodied that. You know what I'm saying? But Swiss Beats did have better street bangers, in my opinion, though. That's because I think Timbaland, I think Timbaland and Scott Storch would be a great comparison, to be honest with you, because they have more like the R&B and, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff going there. They both worked with, what's that boy's name? What's that boy? Justin Timberlake. Yeah. They both worked with him, right? I believe they did. But if they did, I still think Scott Storch would get bodied by Timbaland, because he just does way better beats. Oh yeah, and Scott Storch was sharing. I know this is like way off, but I really wanted to share this information with y'all. This was live for me yesterday. He was sharing beats that were co-produced with Dre and all these other people. Like, dude, don't show me no co-produced beats. That's not you. That's somebody else and another person and you and all that. No. Show your original work, and then we can talk. So yeah, that's why Manny bodied him. Let me go back up here real quick. So Glam says, please go and like this if you hadn't already. Thank you for that love on behalf of LXIV. Thank you all for the support. Oh, that's what's up. Thank you for doing that. And she's right, by the way. Glam gets and showing love for sure. Cherry Man said he's back. I'm about to get into some Stadia now. Serious Sam is for sure. That's what's up. I might do that stream today, matter of fact. Serious Sam, and just go ahead and complete that out. And make sure that I have the volume on for the gameplay. And I'll have this voice going during the gameplay, so make sure to check that out. Yeah, I like to do that a lot. It's fun to do voice changing and animating. It says, okay, I'm doing this through Chromecast Ultra. The mirroring feature. What is the mirroring feature? Interesting. You all can follow LX on Twitter here. Man, that's what's up, Project. Thank you. That's one of my great moderators. Great moderators. That's what's up. Project Storm says, Chariot, I will be on there after the stream. If you want to hop in a party chat, this way we can discuss the gameplay. So if I send an invite, join that shit. He's like, okay, cool. For sure. Project said 6-4. When will you be getting back on that Division 2? I gotta hit that level 40. Well, I'm gonna get back on Division 2 on that Saturday. That multiplayer mayhem. Okay, that's when I'm getting back on the Division 2 because I'm gonna have that focus day. And see, so my Thursdays I'm gonna just have straight open mic, right? Fridays I want to have gameplay and then open mic, because it'd be like single player gameplay and then open mic. And then on Saturdays it's gonna be straight multiplayer mayhem, no open mic. You know what I mean? Because I just realized, like, when we get on games like Division and multiplayer games, we spend hours, and the open mic just ends up getting left in the dust. You know what I'm saying? But feel free at any time, guys, if you wanna talk, during that point, make sure to just, leave your message, because what I'm end up doing is, after this, before I get back into some gameplay, I'm gonna hit that section where I have the gameplay screen. I'm gonna resize it and then have the chat box up there in the corner, so that way the chat will be up there as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, make sure just comment, say what you want to say. Feel free to be a part of that. I know it's gonna be very, very long gameplay session, so everybody ain't gonna stick around the whole time, but that will be what it'll be on the Saturday. So that Saturday you're gonna get heavy in that multiplayer madness. I know everybody been going in on the game, kind of leaving me in the dust, but it's all good though. It's all good. So that's what I'll be doing. But there'll be other times I'll get into, because I know I want to be a part of other streamers' streams as well. But for me, right now, I had to take a little bit of break from it. And I'll start back up on Saturday. So it'll be Saturday for sure on this channel. But then I might be somewhere else. I might be on Link TV's channel. Hell, I might pop up on your girl's channel, Megatron. I might pop up on your boy Brian's channel. I might pop up on Tommy's channel. You never know. Because everybody in the community is playing the game and everybody is streaming it. So but on this channel, that's when we'll definitely see it next. Cool. I believe Stadia was messing up for everyone. Oh, yesterday, you think so? God, it was crazy. It was messing up for me. Crazy. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But we made it through. And again, I just think that they were fucking with me, man. I think they were April fooling me, man. You know what I'm saying? I think they were just hating on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to see me sweat and everything. Stadia, I see you guys. That's some fucked up shit you did to me. It wasn't funny. Not to me. Not to this guy. It may have been funny to you guys over there in your pretty offices with your awesome data centers, but it wasn't funny to me, assholes. It wasn't fucking funny. Really, I think it was some April Fool's shit. You won't fuck with somebody today. I don't know what it was, man, but yeah, it was definitely messing up, and that sucks. But I'm glad, and what was weird too, though, is man, I saw a lot of people online, but like so many people were idle. Like people were just idle and just online. Like nobody was playing anything. It was weird. So maybe it was messing up for a lot of people. That was weird. Maybe I'll put a poll out there today and say, did anybody have any problem with Stadia yesterday? Because that was where I saw a lot of people online, but like nobody playing. I should have screenshotted that. Very unusual. Very, very unusual. And not to say that nobody was playing at all, but there was a period of time when I saw that there was nobody playing at all. All right, so Cherry says, I'll be on there. Oh yeah, you said that already. I got that. Stadia Mania said, the humor reminded me of Duke Nukem. Yes. And that's funny, Stadia Mania, Serious Sam, right? Because on my stream, I'm gonna do the second half today, but on my stream I don't sound exactly like Duke Nukem, obviously. But in vein of Duke Nukem, I have my voice sounding similar like that, just saying little random things. And I wish the gameplay audio would have matched up with it. Another story, I said it already. But yeah, if you check out that video, you can hear the voice change and all that. Is funny. But I'll be doing it again. I'll probably get on again today and do it. But at some point or another, I'll have another post of my gameplay. I'll be live, so if you want to jump on live and join in on the fun, let me know. But or just show up, be there. I'll make sure to post it. Let's see. Storm says, it was, but still hasn't gone down since launch, which Google should be commended for, I feel. What do you mean? Are you referring to Stadia having trouble yesterday, but it didn't go down? Is that what you're referring to, or something else? I'm not sure. Storm, what you talking about? Oh, I guess, okay, you're saying Cherry Man Gaming, so let's go back to what Cherry said. Cherry was saying Stadia was messing up for everyone. So you were referring to it was messing up for everyone, but it hasn't gone down completely in the sense that no one can play. Yeah, I mean, has any of them really gone down completely though? Because I don't know. I mean, there's been times when there's been big outages on, like for instance, Xbox, or well, I can only test for Xbox. I didn't really play PlayStation like that, but I think I've heard on PlayStation as well. Like when it's gone down for people, most people, well, a lot of people will be having trouble, but there's a large group of people who are also still able to get online. So I don't know if it will ever completely shut down, or if any of them ever completely shut down. I mean, me personally, I would consider that the equivalent. You know, like it's down for the moment. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right, and they working on it in the background, and a lot of people suffer due to that. So I'd say it went down. You know what I'm saying? I'd say it went down, just to be fair. You know, because again, people have reported when I was heavy in Xbox Live is down. And I'm like, bloop bloop, log into a match, boop boop. I'm playing, you know. So I don't know. All right. So Cherry says watching YouTube through Chromecast. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Mirroring feature. You're sending it. You're sending it. I got you. From my cell phone. Got you. That's interesting. Wow, that's interesting. So wait a minute. So you're playing Stadia on your phone through the app, and then you're mirroring the image from the phone to the Chromecast? That's interesting, man. Or are you just saying you were just playing YouTube? Let me see. I'm going through. Oh, you're doing this through through Chromecast Ultra. I got you. Okay, my bad. You're doing this. So you're watching the stream through the phone and marrying it to the Chromecast Ultra. What's up on the big screen, baby? What's up? I'm on the big screen, baby. Hey, that's what's up. Chromecast Ultra. What's good? What's good? We live in effect, yeah. On the big screen. That's what we're talking about, baby. Oh shit. All right, so yeah, that's what's up though. That's dope. Stadia Mania said, if you're free to help me with my live stream, then I would really appreciate it, bro. Thanks, man. Okay, for sure. Yeah, well, hit me up. Mania, are we already friends on Stadia? Let's check. What's your name on Stadia? Because we can jump into a chat. And if you have any questions, I can let you know. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm using OBS, Streamlabs OBS. It works, but it gives some trouble. I'm about to be, I need to probably do that today. Go into XSplit and fill it around with that. I heard it's actually a lot easier. I've already got it ready to go. But I've got a cool associate who has the hookup, because you have to pay for XSplit, but they have really, really, really good discounts on XSplit. And I think that might be the go. So let's see. Are we friends? Stadia Mania. Let's see if we are or not. $71.21. No, we're not. I just sent you an invite or a request. And then after this, at some point or another, we will have a conversation. And in fact, Mania, are you on my Discord? Because I have a Discord, Stadia Live Discord. Make sure to join it. And then we have voice chats there. And okay, yeah, get on my Discord, Stadia Live. If you have Discord, I mean, because I'm trying to get more into Discord again myself, you dig? And yeah, and then I'll invite you to some voice chats too. You can get even further acquainted with the community. We have lots of chats. I'm starting to use that more often myself. Had a really great kickback with the crew not too long ago, and it'd be nice to have you there. Jason, what's going on? Hello, I'm French. Sorry for my English. LOL. What's this? Huh? What? Maybe you're saying, what do I think about Stadia and PC? Cool. Yeah. Right on, Stadia Mania for sure. That's what's up. The more the merrier. What do I think? If that's what you're asking, Jason, what do I think about Stadia on PC? Oh yeah, no worries. Do what you got to do. I mean, hell, I can't speak French and I wouldn't be able to type it. So you're doing a lot better than me. Okay. So salute to you for even going out of your way speaking another language. If that's what you're asking, what do I think about Stadia and PC? Hold on, I think you're saying something else here. Hold on. I'm waiting for it to load up. Here we go. What did you think about PC and Stadia graphics? Oh, okay. So in my opinion, I think what Stadia is attempting to do, what their goal is to not necessarily achieve PC level graphics, because at the end of the day, let's be honest, most PC players don't even play at PC level graphics, high end. They're looking to benchmark at the level of the latest games console. They want to achieve what the latest PlayStation and Xbox is. They'll find that sweet spot, So let's say PlayStation is the fastest console, but the Xbox is the most powerful. They're going to try to have more speed and just about as good, if not better, graphics than the Xbox, right? So the Xbox can do better visuals, but the PlayStation can run them a lot better. It's going to run them better, and it's going to have the visuals that can compete with, or if not, supersede that of the Xbox. As far as trying to beat the PC in visuals, I don't think they're too much concerned about that, because the major attention of the mass market is on the console space. The console space, and then of course the mobile space as well, which is the largest portion of the market. So I think they're concerned more about getting into the hands of as many people as they can, and having visual fidelity that can compete with, and efficiency that can compete with or beat the leading consoles on the market. That's what I think when it comes to Stadia's goal, or their aim, at graphics. If that wasn't too much too many words. I don't think that they're really concerned about beating the PC in graphics. Nah, I don't think so. I mean, because there's really there's almost no wall, right? You can get 2-3 graphics cards at any time. You can, pump it all up and mod it out, and it's just, that's a different territory. Nothing bad about that, but it's definitely a different territory. Stadia Mania says Gunsport. Official trailer just dropped on Stadia, huh? What? Really? What is Gunsport? What is Gunsport? Ooh, okay. Oh. What? Oh, that looks cool. Yo. Oh, you got to try to keep whatever that shield or whatever it is on the other side. Yo, this looks live. Y'all need to watch this trailer. Okay. And see, this is the kind of stuff first on Stadia. Excellent. We need indie games on the platform. See, this is the thing. And I said this on Twitter, and I still stand by it. The Switch right now, this little motherfucker, this is the best console on the market right now. Period. Period. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. This console has everything. It has casual games. It has core games. It has indie games. I mean, I don't even want to say indie games because they fit the casual space and they fit the core and they have the exclusives. And you can play the damn thing mobily. You can play it on your TV like a home console, and you can play it mobily like an handheld. You know, it's all that. Look at this. This is just the library that I've installed on this platform. You know, that's just what I've installed. There's so many games there. And the reason this is so good, like I said, casual, core, exclusives. I mean, and the indie space, they bring that. They bring those great games, you know, that you just don't get anymore with the AAA, you know. Again, don't get me wrong, I love my divisions, you know what I'm saying? I love them games, you know. I don't love Call of Duty no more, that's for damn sure. But no hate, you know, that's just not for me anymore. I'm not into it. But you know, those, you know what I'm talking about, those great, awesome games, party games, you know what I'm saying? Tough, exciting, artistic, unique, innovative, fun experiences. They're there. I mean, they're dropping them on that console. I ain't saying they're not doing it on the PlayStation or whatever, but again, you have the freedom to take that and go. You know, Stadia has that potential as well. I can play it on this device here. I can bring my controller. I can go. So they definitely don't need to just focus on the high-end graphical fidelity, eye-popping visuals, you know what I'm saying? And bring more stuff like this. Bring more. This has to be from indie, you know. Bring more of this, you know. Because if you really want to get people to play mobilely, especially, you want games that will shine on a mobile, you know, device. You know. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy playing The Division. I had a fucking blast. I was playing. Who was I playing? I think I was playing with Chase, Link, and was I playing with Link? I was playing with Link. I don't know if maybe Chase was or wasn't on. I have to check. I think Ashes was on, or I forget who the fourth person was. But I was on my Note 10 Plus. I played for like 2-3 hours maybe. Had a blast. But again, games like that will pop and will be almost preferred on a handheld experience, you know? So we need more of that. Keep bringing that. That looks amazing. That looked great. I want to play that. When is the launch date on that? Do we know? Did they say? Or it was just an announcement. Okay. Okay, it just said first on Stadia. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. Just letting us know that it's coming. We need more of that. Yeah, and again, just like with the Switch, I mean, it doesn't need all of the third-party games or, you know, multiplats, but it needs key games. And again, if they can get companies to make exclusive games for the platform, that's even better. And that's how Nintendo just keeps winning, because they don't just work with the third parties to get the multiplats. They get exclusive experiences on their platform, and you just can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. So that's a very special platform right now. That console is the best on the market. That's my opinion. I stick with it, man. Not saying the other ones ain't good, they don't have anything to offer. I'm not saying that, but overall well-roundedness, you're looking at the different variety and the options of how to play it. That's it. I want Stadia to achieve something like that, and then of course go beyond that with their own exclusivity and their own unique features that are only able to be experienced on Stadia. So we have it, and we're getting further into it. So exciting times. Let me see. I'm also Alex said, awesome, but when is it releasing? They just announced it, buddy. Oh my god. Somebody hating. Nice. Looks good. What you guys talking about, my people? What you guys talking about? Oh, yeah. Check out Stadia YouTube channel. Oh, wait, are you referring to the game? Yeah, I did. That was dope. Thanks for that. Thanks for that update right there. Matter of fact, what am I doing? I hadn't even shared it. I commented and I liked it, but I didn't do the justice to share. Make sure I share that right quick. Oh man, my Twitter popping right now. I'll get to that in a second. Sorry about that, guys. You know, all quiet over here. Thanks for your patience as I share this here beauty. All right, let's see what I got here. That ain't right, y'all. Okay, well. All right, so what you guys talking about? Thanks for that one. Thanks for that one. That was good. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to play that. I'm definitely gonna be playing that, and we're gonna be seeing that live here when it gets released. That is awesome. Gunsport. Okay. All right. Stadia is more powerful. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Stadia is more powerful of console only. So again, I'm interpreting that you're saying it is definitely more powerful in terms of a console. It is one of the more powerful, or it is the most powerful when competing against the consoles. Yes. I would say definitely it is more powerful when it comes to consoles. Yes. PC, I don't think that it would be wise of Stadia to try to achieve that, because it just moves at such a rapid pace. Also, consoles set a benchmark, so developers know that they're going to make a game for this and this, you know, and maybe a third and now fourth with Stadia. So they have their targets. They kind of know what to aim for. With PC, there's all these different towers that people have, all these different specs or setups that they could have. So they kind of have to figure what's the most common setups that we can find. You know, a lot of issues. You don't want to get into all that space, man. So Stadia is looking to meet that benchmark of the consoles and be easily able to develop for, you know, considering it's a data center. So, it's going to be different as it is, but at least you know you're going to be within this range of specs and you could transfer it on over. That's what these first few months have been, just kind of finding, you know, that common ground and, you know, bringing games over that they have, you know, set for the current consoles. So that's the target they're reaching right now. That's the target they're kind of aiming for, just above that line. And I think they just plan on keep doing that, just above that line that the competitors will set with their closed boxes, you know. And as long as they continue to stay right above that line, they'll be fine. And of course, with Stadia, another focus for them is not just the graphics, but the feature set. So the things that you can do with Stadia that no matter how much power even a PC has or a console has, they won't be able to do what Stadia is going to do. So they plan on also offering unique feature sets, which is the most exciting part, in my opinion, in regards to Stadia. So as we get further down the line, we'll continue to see more of that, and I can't wait. We'll see, and I'm interested to see how the competitors, how the competitors are going to combat that, what they're going to bring to the table to compete. How are they going to offer something similar or as an alternative or better than what Stadia is going to be bringing to the table? Because right now, in terms of cloud gaming, Stadia is 10 years ahead of the competition. Easy. So let's see. Project was saying, yes, Stadia is more powerful than both consoles combined. On paper, is definitely spectacular. That's for sure. Check out Stadia. Oh yeah, right. Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, I mean. Got it. What just happened? What just happened? Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe, I'm like, am I offline? No. Okay, I don't know what happened. That's a fact. Okay, a new trailer. Okay, that's what he's talking about. Okay, just dropped. Got it. Okay. when he said what just happened, when Chariot just said what just happened, y'all, I was looking at the screen like, is it disconnected? Is the stream ended? Ah! All that talking and nobody heard me. Nah, but we're good. All right, Chariot Man says, yeah, man, again, before we get to Chariot Man, I agree, Storm, and salute for that, giving a thanks to Stadia Mania for breaking that news. That's awesome. That was great. We just got to know about a new game's launch right now. Well, at least their reveal, which is great. That game looks so classic, so dope. Can't wait to play that, man. Can't wait to play that. Beautiful art style. Golly, I love that pixel art, man. So yeah, Cherry Man says Nintendo Switch is the only one who can compete with Stadia. Yeah, again, in terms of, I mean, they've got huge diverse library of games. They've got an amazing selection of exclusive games with a backlog of IP that they could just drop at any time. And then they've got the legacy, obviously, and then this console is mobile. So all Nintendo really needs to do at this point is figure out whether or not they want to get into the streaming game, and see if that's something that they want to jump into. Because I think that'd be a great option for them to consider getting into the streaming space with the platform like this. That way, if they needed to do anything on a scale, it's going to be common by that point. So it's not like, oh, why are you doing streaming? It's going to be the thing to do. So they can easily do it. I'll tell you what, whoever gets the deal with Nintendo to stream their games, they're made for life. They don't have to do anything else. Whoever it is, they're made for life, yo. They just better hope that they do it right, because if you screw up with Nintendo, you're done. But yeah, I mean, portability, man. They got it, man. So yeah, they're definitely one of the biggest competitions out there, for sure. As long as they just don't go too far off like they did with the Wii U. They just kind of went all the way left, and I don't know, man. But they came back. So let's see what we got here. Jason says, yes, I've got a Stadia and is very amazing, very, very amazing. But the Crew 2 runs at 1080p 30, but the graphics is superior on the Xbox One X for me. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see it on the Xbox One X, and it may be. And again, this all comes down to time. You may have the developers, because especially a studio like Ubisoft. I mean, they're really trying to push these games out there at a rapid rate, because one of the things they're trying to do is get this Uplay Plus ready for launch. And they need to have all these games ready. So also while working on the plethora of consoles and PC that they have. So what development team, or what portion of the development team do they actually have working on Stadia ports? Not to say that Stadia isn't important, because it is very important to the team, but they've also got this established market and consumer base, right, that are playing their games and depending on these games to run well, to be updated, and to be taken care of, to be managed. So they got a lot of the team still working on these games on current consoles that already exist and are coming up, and so they have to get a select number of team members to work on these Stadia ports. Well, I can't even say ports, because they don't just simply port them over. They have to do all this other crazy stuff, mumbo jumbo, whatever. But that's work. So maybe they just wanted to get the Crew 2 out on time, to where it's available to the players. And with that time, and with the size of the team they had available to work on the game, working on a data center for the first time in ever, this is the first time in history, I would imagine, that developers have actually made a game work like this. Because it's not like, for instance, with the Xbox, with the X Play on X, is it X Play? X, the fuck is that thing called, man? I don't even use it. X something. What is it? Where is it? Where the hell do I even have it? Oh, here it is. It just says streaming. Okay. I'm loading it up right now. Okay, it still doesn't even tell me what the hell it's called. Oh, Project X Cloud. Okay. That just shows you I don't even mess with it, man. X Cloud is just not got my attention at all. Anyway, with X Cloud is literally Xbox One S's. So they're just plugging Xbox One S's up and streaming an Xbox One S. Whereas this is literally a custom data center. There's no console. It's just literally data centers. So they have to figure out how to do that. Of course, I want my games at the highest fidelity if they can offer it, and the highest frame rate if they can offer it. But I do understand that, I mean, this stuff takes a lot of work, and maybe that's just not priority in terms of the game's popularity and whatnot and everything else. You know, it's all budgets and times and things of that nature. So I don't necessarily think that it's running at 1080 and 30 or doesn't have superior graphics to the Xbox One X because Stadia isn't capable. I just think, again, as a matter of budgets, team size, and what do you call that? Deadlines. You know what I mean? So it's like they're doing everything that they can to get the game running on the platform at the best speed, rate, and everything else within the time constraint and with the budget allowed and the team that they have available to work on it. You feel me? So that said, I just don't think for me that's it's not something that makes me think, oh man, you know, Stadia isn't as powerful as Xbox One X, or oh, PS4 Pro is more powerful than Stadia. I don't believe that. Again, it's just people need to get more time with it and learn it, you know, because some other games show examples of that being different, you know. Anyway, by the way, for people that aren't familiar with something they said in the past about Stadia as far as how it runs the games. So if a game is running at 30 frames per second, just know this. If a game is running at 30 frames per second on a Xbox or a PlayStation, it's running at 30 frames per second or less, you know, depending on if you have its dips or not. But on Stadia, if a game is running at 30 frames per second, it's actually running on the server side at 60 frames per second. So that hardware is having to push double the frames for you to get to 30 frames. If the game is running at 60 frames per second, it's actually being pushed out at 120 frames. So again, it's already doing way more work, double, you know, on the server side than it is on the consoles. Also, if they're going to be doing the 120 frames that they mentioned they may be doing in the future, that's going to be 240 frames that I said the server, but I wanted to say what the hell do you call it? The big fucking machines, you know? Anyway, the server side is going to be pushing double. So just know that. And they do that because they want to keep down the lag. So they mentioned that before. And that's how it helps with the lag. So yeah, just know that as well. So maybe that's another reason why we're seeing these games like that, because okay, we're gonna be pushing double, so our hardware's gonna be doing, you know, even more work pushing the frames out. So we just reach this target, it would be fine. You know, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to the Crew 2, me playing it, I haven't had any problem with the frame rate. It's been kind of hard for me to tell. I think it's at 30 when you're out of the vehicle, you're walking around. That for sure looks like it's at 30 frames per second to me. But when I'm racing, I don't know. It doesn't feel like 30 to me. But I mean, maybe I have to spend some more time with it. But yeah, that game is so much fun. Oh my God, the Crew 2 is so much freaking fun. Let's see what we got here. Interesting, Jason. Does anyone know if the Crew 2 can hit 60 frames as well? I hadn't tried it yet. Yeah, again, Crew 2. I think that when it's on the road, it's 60. I think that when you're out of the vehicle, it's 30. In fact, I'm pretty positive it's 30 when you're walking around as your character model. It's 30. And I think that they're doing that because you have the high poly cars sitting there. You can look at the vehicles and go inside the vehicles and whatnot. So they want to have it, you know, as high visual fidelity as that game sets itself to be. You know, it's animated, but you know, they still want the cars to look the best they can. So they just did it at 30 for that portion of the game. But when I'm racing, it could be at 30, but it doesn't feel like it's at 30 to me because it's very snappy, it's very responsive. Everything feels really, really quick. So yeah. Jason says, for me, the Crew 2 has a limited to 1080p 30 on 30 FPS on XS. I'm thinking that's on the Xbox One S, or all games. Grid, for example, run at 4K HDR 60 frames per second. And maybe you're referring to that on Stadia. And it says maybe a major for a developer is coming. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Or for developers, yeah, it's coming. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What's going on, G Millie? Thanks for stopping through. Appreciate the love. But Stadia ain't got no games though. You silly. Facts, man. Ain't got shit. I got too many games on there, you know? And it's funny because it's like, man, people talk about, it's just, motherfuckers is weird on the internet, man. You know, you get shit like, man, what do we have on here, man? I got, okay, so let me look at some of the games that are in this motherfucker, man, real quick here. All right, let's look at the games real quick, like. Don't know what just happened there, but I just saved the stream. Something just happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I guess I went and closed out Stadia, and Stadia got pissed at me and tried to end my stream again, but we're good. So, like I was trying to say, people be tripping, you know, about these games and how old they are. They don't ever have these problems. And look at what people are doing now. Oh, PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 ain't gonna be able to play the old games on PlayStation 4 at launch. Oh, it's some bullshit. I can play all my old games on Xbox One X or Xbox Series X. But then when these old games came out on Stadia, all this old trash. Who want to play that old shit? Huh? Like, what do you mean? Everybody's played that already. No, motherfucker, I hadn't actually. I hadn't played. Look, I'm gonna show you every game that I got on here, and I'm gonna tell you every game that I've actually played. SteamWorld Quest, I hadn't played it. I'm not interested in the game personally, but it was free, so I took it. Rise of the Tomb Raider, I actually played that one. Loved it. I'm glad to have it in the collection. Farm Simulator 19, I hadn't played that. Not really interested. Samurai Showdown, it was new, and I wanted to play it actually, so I was super stoked about that one. Because I love the classic Samurai Showdown games. Just to have it in the library is a good thing, you know. Just be there. You ain't gotta do nothing. Just be there and look pretty. You feel me? It's one of them. You know what I'm saying? You just got to have it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, another game that's old. I hadn't played it. I had not played the game, so I just got the game not too long ago, actually. So I'm glad to play it. I've been waiting on the price drop for it, and I'm glad that it did. Copped it. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, played the hell out of that game. Love that game. Happy to have it in the collection. Thumper, a game I was interested in, never pulled the trigger on it. Glad to have it in the collection for free with the Pro subscription. Darksider Genesis was new. Final Fantasy 15. It's 15, right? Let's see. Yeah, 15. Final Fantasy 15. Super stoked to have that one. Never played the game. I was hoping it would come out on the Switch. They came out with a little mobile version. Was not interested. Give me the full fat experience. I don't want this mobile version of the game. Came out on Stadia. Price drop. Copped it. Why would you be hating on that? Loved it. Happy about that. Borderlands 3. Well, that's newer. Rage 2. Been wanting to play that game. Never played it. So stoked it's on the Stadia. Big reason for me to get it day one. Played it, loved it. What the hell you hating for? Red Dead Redemption 2. Didn't people love this game? Isn't it a rockstar, legendary, great super game that everybody needs to play? Why would you be mad that it came to Stadia and talking about this old shit? I don't get it. Never played it. Super happy. Got it. Still hadn't beaten it. Love it. Why you hating, motherfucker? Guilty exclusive, that was new. Destiny 2. Never gave Destiny 2 a motherfucking chance. Definitely deserved a chance though. Great game. People love it. Why are you fucking hating? And it's a persistent game. It's a game that continues to grow. So it's not necessarily old. And it came with everything. Everything that's here now and to come. Are you kidding me? Why would you be mad? Metro Exodus. Metro, a great franchise. Love the franchise. Great game. What the hell is the problem? Why are people mad about that? Doom Eternal, we know about that. Brand new though. Grid. I've been playing it. I don't like Grid as much as I would like to have liked Grid because it's not my racing style. But still, great game. Not that old. What the hell is the problem? Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Ghost Recon Breakpoint been out a little while. They done made the game better. What's the problem? It's great on Stadia. Why are you mad? You know what I'm saying? SteamWorld Dig 2. Great game. Classic game. Deserves a place on Stadia. Why is that a problem? Shadow the Tomb Raider. Never played it. Happy to have it. Why are you mad? I got the complete trilogy on Stadia now, and they play phenomenally. Every one of them. Why are you mad? How is that a bad thing? You're fucking stupid. If this was to be on your other platform, matter of fact, no, you want it to be on your other platform. You want it to be on your brand new $600, $700, $800 investment new console you're gonna get, because it has to be able to play the old games. It has to be able to play them, right? Oh no, now you don't want? Yeah, of course, it has to be able to play all those old games. So this library, years from now, well, not even years from now, actually 6 months from now. Okay, so it'll be a year from the launch of Stadia, essentially. You're gonna be lauding. I can play Tomb Raider. I can play Rise of Tomb Raider. I can play Red Dead Redemption. Oh, you know, but it's a bad thing because it's on Stadia. Division 2, another excellent game. The best game Ubisoft has dropped on Stadia. You're mad. What you mad for? Because the game loaded in 8 seconds or less? Goddamn. Quit being mad, son. Enjoy the fun. Yeah. Crew 2, another great game. Came out, 2017? Well, that probably came out in 2018 because it was announced in 2017. I forget. But great game. Perfect arcade racing with options for bikes and cars and trucks and planes and all kinds of shit. Boats and shit. Excellent game. Why wouldn't the hell you want that game on here? What the fuck? Why does it have to be new? No, I don't give a damn if the game is new. Give me great. I want great games. These are great games. I didn't play every single game out here. Mortal Kombat 11. I actually have that on the Switch, but shit, it had a good deal on it on Stadia. Bought it again. Glad I did. And then the Serious Sam Collection. That's a collector's game. I mean, come on. It's a bunch of classic games. It doesn't damage the library by having a cult classic collector's game on the platform. But you know, it's because it's not their preferred platform is what it is. Why they say they don't have games. And that's not all the games on Stadia. That's all the games I have on Stadia. And of course, stacks on stacks. Spitlings, I don't know if I mentioned it. But you know, those are not the games we're discussing here in terms of what people be hating on. They ain't got games and they're not good games. It's bullshit, man. Same games motherfuckers be lauding. Same games that motherfuckers be talking about playing on their new console. Okay? Old games they're gonna be playing. Old games they're right now anticipating playing. I can't wait to play this 18-year-old game on the damn X blah blah blah. I can't believe that the PlayStation 5 can't play this old game. That's some bullshit. Like, what? What? Shut the fuck up. Moving on. The Crew 2 runs at 60 G Millie says, yeah, I mean, when I'm driving on the road, when I'm actually racing, I just feel like it's running at 60, to be personally honest with you. It just doesn't feel like 30. And the way that you can tell the difference generally, not all the time, I guess, you know, maybe, and okay, there's a way. There's gonna be two things. You're either gonna see a lot of motion blur when you spin your camera around, because that's a trickery for the developers to hide the 30 frames per second skipping. And what I mean by that is when you, okay, so in the Crew 2, when you go to the mode where you're, you know, in the, what it is, the sights or whatever, where you're using your character model, your third person character model is there. When you swivel that camera around, you'll see the frames kind of skip. It won't be like an object won't be consistently moved across the space. You'll see, I guess, ghosting, I guess maybe you can call it. In between, there'll be spaces where the image is not there. You know what I'm talking about. I know G Millie know what I'm talking about. And so in order to remedy that, they'll put motion blur. So in between those spaces, there's a blur. So it'll be more of a consistent moving around, but it'll be slower as well. You'll notice that. But on 60 frames per second, that camera will spin and objects seem more solid when they move, when you move the camera. And that's the way I was able to tell for sure that when you're in that mode, it's 30. But when you're racing, to me, feel like 60, bro. It has to be 60. It's just way too responsive. Way too responsive. You know, back in the day when EA used to make the Need for Speed games, back in the day, they used to run those games at 45 frames per second. Can you believe that, guys? Nobody heard that, huh? 45 frames per second. What a number. I'd say it was like the sweet spot at the time. 45 frames per second. You know, never you hear increments of 15 or 30, 30, 60, 120, 240. You hear those numbers nowadays. You don't hear numbers like that. 45 frames per second. Interesting stuff. That was interesting. I never forgot about that. But it wasn't 60 at the time. That's for damn sure. I forget the games that it was, but it was a read, where they were talking to the developers and whatnot, and that's what they mentioned. That was their sweet spot. They can get the speed that they wanted, not too fast, not too slow, and everything felt more realistic and all that other shit. So, all right. Storm says smack that like button. That's what's up. Zero Games for Me says racing feels like 60 on the Crew 2, but when walking around, it feels like below 30. There you go. There you go. That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Thanks for that. Project Storm says xCloud can't get no burn from me until they up the resolution to 1080p or higher. Man, let me tell you something, brother. They will probably throw these unsold Xbox One X's in there. They'll just resolder them around or whatever and throw them in there. They'll throw them in there because ain't nobody buying no Xbox One X's out here, brother. I mean, people buying them, but not in the mass scale. Not the numbers they would like to see. That's what I'm saying. No hating on the Xbox One. I think it's a great piece of kit, but it's just that product is not sell. It's not moving units. That's all. No hate. Just talking about how the company's doing things. Jason says your option video is 4K or 1080. For me, I'm into 4K 60. I think are off 4K upscaling. I think tout are off 4K upscaling. Ooh. I don't know exactly what you were saying there, but I think you're saying that please clear that one up for me, because I think what you're saying, like you want 4K. That's what you want. You want the highest visual quality, pixel wise, and you want at least a consistent 60 frames per second in your games, but you don't like 4K upscaling? Is that what you're saying? You don't want 4K, you want like 4K native? Or you were saying you'd be okay with 4K upscaling? Try and clear that up for me if you could, my man. For me, the Crew 2 is running at 1080-30. He's like, I ain't letting it go. It's 1080-30 for me. I don't give a damn what y'all say. All right, that's what's up. Oh, okay, that was earlier. I was like, what, the stream is tripping again? Okay, that was earlier. Jason says, Cyberpunk 2077 on Stadia. Woohoo! Oh, yeah, I can't wait for that. Oh, that's going to be dope. Ooh, they're going to be hating again. Digital Foundry probably ain't going to say shit this time, though. They're going to be like, let's stay away from it, y'all. Let's stay away from it because, I can't help but want to hate. And they ain't going to let me hate the way I want to, so I got to just sit my ass down somewhere. Because, when Cyberpunk 2077 drops, It's going to be amazing on Stadia, just like Doom Eternal has been amazing on Stadia, just like The Division 2 has been amazing on Stadia. This game is going to be amazing on Stadia. You see, I just keep saying amazing on Stadia, amazing on Stadia. Yes, absolutely. It's going to be amazing on Stadia. Can't wait. The loading, because you know that game's going to have some serious loading. It's going to have some serious loading. And it's going to be loading beautifully on Stadia. I cannot wait. And I just can't wait to just be like, purchase, play. That is the beauty right there. Just purchase, play. Boom. You're done. Like, boom. It's ready to go. Boom. It's even faster than buying a mobile game or installing a mobile game on your phone. Can you believe that? Playing full-fledged AAA massive games. 100 gig install games on Stadia is faster to purchase and play than getting a tiny little puzzle game on your mobile device. All right, that's crazy. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that one of these days. If I see one of y'all do that, I know you stole my idea. If you do it before me, I'm gonna get my Stadia up, boom, and have the game ready. I'm probably do it with Cyberpunk. Stadia up, boom, get that game ready. Game, whatever generic game on the Android phone, through the Play Store, boom, purchase or install. Which one's gonna be ready to play first? I guarantee you it's gonna be the game on Stadia. That is how fucking fantastic this technology is. Amazing. Amazing. All right, let's go. So, Chris, what's up, Chris? Thanks for stopping through, Chris. Chris says, people that complain about old games are probably the same ones that bought and played Super Mario 3 100 times on each Nintendo system. Ha ha! You already know what it is. You already know what it is. And they're them same people that are on the Xbox talking about backwards compatibility, all the way to the OG Xbox. Yeah. What the hell? Like Stadia got them old ass games. Man, nobody wants them old ass games. Telling you, same folks, man. Same folks. And again, I don't have a problem with the old games. I love the backwards compatibility, so I'm not hating on none of that. All I'm saying is, how could you be of that mindset and then do something like that and say this platform or set any platform has no games because it has old modern games? Ridiculous. All right. Yeah. Okay. Jason says, I love Stadia and PC. Woo! That's what's up. You just love gaming. You know what I'm saying? You love gaming. And that's the beauty of it. You can play wherever the hell you want and enjoy yourself. And you having a good time where you having your good time. And that's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. We ain't the console wars or nothing like that. If you prefer it, you enjoy it, love it, and have a good time. Ain't no hate or none of that on any platform. It's just the silliness that we don't get with, the stupidity, we don't get with. We can have fun and talk mess, but when you really crossing the line and trying to create a false narrative and stuff, and you're not having fun anymore, you're really just hating, we got to get rid of that. We don't want none of that. Storm says, so do I. That's what's up. Jason says, LOL, you're hungry. Everyone critic to Stadia, don't forget, guys, it's a new console. Let time, for the developers to make the game. Yeah, I got that one pretty good. I got what you were saying there. Absolutely, you got to give them the time. I mean, it hadn't even been 6 months yet. That's not even a 6-month-old baby. It's not even a 6-month-old baby. I mean, literally. I mean, when the XSX comes out and the PS5 comes out, that'll be 5th and 4th generation. You got 15, 20, 30, 40, then at 50 years when it comes to Nintendo experience. These are matured platforms. They've been aging for years, decades. This is a 6-month-old baby. It's just a baby. Ain't even got a year on its belt. Not even a 6-month-old baby. Goddamn. So yeah, definitely got to give it some time, man. I mean, for it to be doing as well as it is doing, being the first of its kind to really do it like this. I remember on Live back in the day. I remember that, but nah, this is a whole new beast. This is a whole nother level, way more sustainable, for them to be doing it like this at this early in the game, it's just beyond impressive. So, once it matures, ain't no telling where this thing can go, and that's exciting. I'm excited for it all. The only thing I don't like about the current space we are with the consoles is the downloads and patches and things that I can't stand. That I really cannot stand that. That's what I miss about console gaming of old. You bought your game, you put it in, boom, it's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You might get a little update here and there, whatever, but this stuff they're doing now is ridiculous. So hopefully they figure out some way around that, but you're still gonna have to deal with storage issues, so that also sucks. One of the major selling points for me with Stadia is that as well, that you just don't have to worry about storage. Apparently there's an entire petabyte available to each instance of Stadia. So your library will be going into the year 5020, you know what I'm saying? And you still be using up that petabyte, trying to get as many games on it. You'll never use that, yeah, and I'm sure if it ever becomes a problem, they'll just up it, So yeah, man, I don't know, man. I love it. I love it too. Let's see, exactly. Chris, have you made everyone in your circle convert to Stadia? Have you made anyone in your circle convert to Stadia? Have I made anyone in my circle convert to Stadia? That is a good question. Well, my wife has Stadia, that's for sure. I mean, she still has the base, or she had the Buddy Pass, but she's definitely got her library together, and she will be getting herself into it. All right, Storm, thank you for coming through. I'm about to get off here in a second as well. I'm about to close it out. But yeah, she's got it too. But I mean, she's gonna do it because I'm her baby. But there was somebody who's been playing on a cousin of mine who's been playing on PlayStation, and I won't say I made them convert so much as I kind of blew their mind. They're a huge Red Dead Redemption fan. I think they played through the game completion 4 times. I think they're probably on their 5th go through now. So they know Red Dead Redemption, in and out, front to back, So I brought Red Dead Redemption to them and let them play it, and they were just like, "Yo, this is exactly like the PlayStation. As far as the controls, the visuals look great, everything looks intact, it feels great. I mean, I don't feel like I'm not playing a PlayStation as far as response times, how everything looks visually, you know what I'm saying? Like, it looks good." He was like, in fact, it kind of looks a little better than the PlayStation, But so he's definitely scratching his head, what I'm saying, in regards to getting it. But I hadn't put any pressure on him to get it. I just wanted to show it to him, Really, for me, I'm waiting for the base to come out to try to convert people, because it's just, there's a lower barrier of entry there, and they'll just pick up and play whatever they want right out the gate. And I think that's the time when I'm like, "Hey man, check it out, download it, it's free, try it," and then that's it. It's definitely a little harder to try to get somebody to buy something and then try it, you know what I mean? But I definitely introduced it to people, and they've been very interested. But I hadn't. Have you? Let's see. Thanks, Project. Right on. Cyberpunk on Stadia. In love with that idea. Zero Games for me says, "I like Xbox and Stadia." Right on. That's what's up. Yeah, I had to stop playing Xbox some years ago. I think I stopped playing it in 2017. But I have a huge library in the ecosystem. So I'll either be getting an Xbox One X at some point. Once the price continues to drop, I'll pick one of those up, because there's some games there like Metal Gear Solid 5 that I just have to get back to. Or I mean, depending on how things look with the Xbox Series X, I may just pick one of those up as well. Because again, at the end of the day, I'm a gamer and I grew up console gaming, so I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one. Yes. Will it be my preferred? Maybe not. Most likely not, especially with Stadia, because now Stadia is my preferred. But Will I support it? Maybe eventually down the line. May not be day one. More than likely won't be day one. But at some point I will. At some point I will. Right on. So Red Dead Redemption 2, 150 gigs on PC, on Stadia. Tell your phone to pay $59.99 and let's go. Exactly. Like just boom, you're just in the game. But we are at 1 o'clock and this has been a fantastic stream today, you guys. Thank you guys for showing up on this open mic, and thank you for some of the new faces out here, you guys. I appreciate that support. I hope if you enjoyed this that you guys hit that like and then subscribe as well, for more of these. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll do another open mic. It'll look just like this, but before that portion I'll be doing live gameplay for an hour and a half. It'll be a single player experience, but you guys can feel free to join me during that portion and chime in, talk, show me some support, laugh at me and everything else, but that'll be tomorrow again at the same time. So that's 10 a.m. Central Time, and I'll be doing that until around 12:30, maybe even 1 o'clock, depending on how things go. It might extend that time, but we'll start at that time. I'm thinking about opening up my stream or starting my stream a little later in the day. I'll put something on Twitter about that, but you guys just let me know. But anyway, yeah, man, I had a really, really, really good time. This was a lot of fun. We got to talk about a lot of great things, and it's been a good little minute. So I appreciate you guys, and you already know what it is. Until next time, you guys keep it gaming. It's your man 6'4", and I'm out. Peace.